It's that time of the week, baby. Wednesday night, semifinal, League Cup action. Welcome on in, folks, to your Inter Miami Radio Network. We are live in the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach with your pregame show. I am Mike Rizzo, and I'm thrilled to bring you Inter Miami coverage on ESPN 106.3. Now, it's a big one tonight. It's semifinal night. If Inter Miami wins this fixture tonight, they will be playing for some silverware coming up on Sunday. Now, regardless, our Herons are going to be playing on Sunday because Inter Miami, if they lose, will be in the third place game. But let's not even put that out to the world. Inter Miami is going to win tonight, and they are going to get their revenge on Orlando City. Now, I do have starting 11, so we'll get more into Orlando City, into what the Herons have been able to do against Orlando City so far this year. It has not been much, folks. Has not been much, but I do want to give the starting 11s out. Now, if you guys are listening during Pink Smoke, now, Pink Smoke is my football show that I run with Damian Perez here on ESPN 106.3. It's from 6 to 7 every single Wednesday. I said I hope Coach Mascherano fires away with a 4-4-2 tonight, and that is exactly what Coach Mascherano is doing tonight. If we remember, let's rewind back to that DC United game. Inter Miami did not play a lot of their starters. Lionel Messi didn't travel with the team. Jordi Alba didn't travel with the team. Both players in Messi and Alba were dealing with injury. But they are available tonight, so I kind of think it was worth it. Now, you did drop points in the nation's capital. You know, we're never fans of Inter Miami, just surrendering points by maybe not playing one of the stronger lineups, but this game is more important. There's silverware on the line. Inter Miami still has 3 games to make up on that MLS schedule. So I get the thought process by Coach Mascherano. I'm pretty sure he's not happy about dropping points. Regardless, I think Mascherano is clicking the right buttons tonight with the 4-4-2. Let's get you your starting lineups presented by our good friends at Audi. Test drive that new Q6. Test drive the new Audi Q6 at your local South Florida Audi dealer. AudiUSA.com to learn more. Folks, that's AudiUSA.com to learn more. Your 4-4-2 tonight. You got Jordi Alba playing left back, Gonzalo Luan playing left center back, Maxi Falcone at right center back, and Ian Frey at right back. Baltasar Rodriguez is going to be your left midfielder tonight. Sergio Busquets, your left midi. Yannick Bright, your right midi. And Rodrigo De Paul coming off the right side, playing a little right mid. And your 2 strikers up top should be no surprise to anybody. Lionel Messi coming off of the right as the inverted right striker with that left foot. And the inverted left striker with the right foot is going to be Luis Suarez tonight. And Oscar Ustari back in goal tonight. Rocco Rios Novo started the game against DC United, and he has really solidified himself, that's Rios Novo, as the backup goalkeeper. Let's move on to Orlando City and get you your starting 11 for them. Now, I kind of thought they'd go with the 4-4-2 again. They switched things up a little bit the last time. So in Orlando, they did not run a 4-4-2. They had Ojeda playing a 10 role, kind of that central attacking midfielder role. But they are going to go with the 4-4-2 tonight. So the exact same setup as our Inter Miami Herons. And folks, this is from left to right. Bracalo going to be the left back. Janssen going to be the left center back. Schlegel going to be the right center back, and then Freeman going to be the right back. To the midfield from left to right, Angulo playing left mid, Araujo playing left center mid, Atuesta playing right center mid, and Pasalic playing right mid. Pasalic did score a goal the last time our Inter Miami Herons were in action, as I mentioned, in Orlando, that last fixture. Pasalic did get in the back of the net. Pasalic actually has scored in 2 fixtures against the Inter Miami Herons this season. Luis Muriel, the always dangerous Luis Muriel, is playing right striker tonight, that inverted striker on the right side. And then Martin Ojeda another dangerous player that Inter Miami has had struggles with in the past. He is going to be playing left striker tonight. Now, let's get to the reserves. I mentioned Rocco Rios. We're going to start with Inter Miami. I mentioned Rocco Rios Novo has been the backup goalkeeper, and that is going to be his position tonight on the bench. So Rios Novo, backup keeper. William Yarborough, I'm assuming going to be that third goalkeeper available. Both teams, by the way, carrying 2 keeps. But Fafa Pico, Noah Allen, Ryan Saylor, Davi Ruiz, Benjamin Kremasky, Santiago Morales, Toto Aviles, Marcelo Wegan, Talasco Segovia, and Tadeo Allende. So no Allende in the starting 11. I think Allende could actually be a pretty good super sub later on in this game. I like where Mascherano's head is at with him being off of the bench. I think Allende, who is a fantastic player in his own right, I think Allende, one of the more talented players on the Inter Miami roster. Let's remember, he's a lone player from Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo, a La Liga team. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the La Liga team, that is the number 1 flight, the number 1 division in Spanish soccer. So he has real quality stuff. We've seen him play well at the FIFA Club World Cup early on in the year. CONCACAF Gold Cup action. I mean, Allende has been one of the better signings for Coach Mascherano in the offseason, but recently he has not had form. I like him coming off of the bench, possibly getting something when he comes in as a super sub and maybe providing the spark that Inter Miami might need tonight. But let's hope that our Herons are going to be in control of the fixture tonight. Now let's get to the reserves coming up for Orlando City. Otero and Smith coming off of the bench, as well as Tayafi, Thorhallison, Maguire, Enrique, Spicer, Mercado, Guski, Gerbert, Rodriguez, and Marin. So those are the reserves coming up for Orlando City. I mentioned this is if you want to count preseason, this is the 4th fixture our Inter Miami Herons have had, 3rd in the regular season. Could see Orlando City as well later on in the MLS playoffs, but the task at hand tonight is the League's Cup semifinal round. And Orlando City really has had United's number. United's number. God, you could tell what's on my mind. Has really had Inter Miami's number. 7-1 on the aggregate. 7-1 on the aggregate this year for Orlando City. Lionel Messi did play in the first fixture where our Herons lost 3-0, and then the second fixture was a 4-1 loss in Orlando. That was actually a 1-1 game going into halftime. Yannick Bright had an early 5th-minute goal, but Martin Ojeda and Luis Muriel with a brace, Ojeda with a goal. And really, those two proved to be too much for our Lionel Messi-less Inter Miami Herons. But that is not the case tonight. The great one, the GOAT, Lionel Messi, back in the lineup, playing that right striker role. And we kind of know with the lineup, with the 4-4-2, how things usually end up with those two up top. Suarez will kind of be playing the advanced forward role, while Messi will probably slide behind and play a false 9 striker role. When you got 2 strikers up top, usually one drops back and is able to get the ball and play the ball more with his feet. Obviously, that is Messi, folks. That is where Lionel Messi is arguably his most dangerous. I love when Messi gets the ball, top of the box, able to dribble around, get shots off, get passes off. I mean, I can't tell you how many times Messi plays beautiful passes behind the defense and gets something great for the team. So I am all for the 2 striker setup. I am all for Lionel Messi playing a false 9 tonight. I am all for Luis Suarez playing that advanced attacking forward coming up tonight too. And I'm interested to see how Rodrigo de Paul is dispatched on the pitch tonight too. They have him coming off of the right side. He is the right mid tonight. We've seen de Paul play a plethora of positions. 2 games ago in League's Cup, de Paul played a 10. He kind of played a central attacking midfielder. Now tonight, he's going to be off of the right side. Obviously, de Paul, I like to call Rodrigo one of those players that could do it all. He could defend. He could attack. He could pass. He could make tackles. He could score. He does a little bit of everything, and I think Coach Mascherano is putting him on a maestro role tonight. I think he's going to be doing a whole lot of things, defending, attacking, in the passing game, on that right flank, on that right outlet. I cannot wait to see how this lineup works. I said before the game, I wanted a 4-4-2 tonight, and I got my answer from Coach Mascherano. Let's take our first timeout of the pregame. You are listening to your Inter Miami Radio Network on the flagship of the English side, ESPN 1063. I am Mike Rizzo, handling pregame, halftime, and postgame. We will throw things to Ken LaVicka coming up at about 8:37. 8:39 is where I'm kind of tracking this game to get the ball rolling and start. But we will be hearing from the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka, in about 27 minutes. When we return, we'll continue to break down the fixture of Inter Miami and Orlando City. We'll play a few highlights from Lionel Messi the last time he was out on the pitch. And it involved a halftime victory where Messi came off the bench with his enforcer, Rodrigo De Paul. More of that coming up next on your Inter Miami pregame show.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
PNC Bank salutes you, Soccer on the Radio listener. While others will just read about the match, you're laser focused on every detail. At PNC Bank, we get it. We're all in on helping you make smart money moves and score your financial goals. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts and Brilliantly Boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Breaking news on ESPN 1063 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 1063 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 1063 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 1063 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
PNC Bank salutes you, Soccer on the Radio listener. While others will just read about the match, you're laser focused on every detail. At PNC Bank, we get it. We're all in on helping you make smart money moves and score your financial goals. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts and Brilliantly Boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Back to Messi, into the middle, goal! Inter Miami's gonna win! Inter Miami's gonna win! Messi found Wagon for a tap-in goal! Messi's second assist of the night! Inter Miami's gonna win it! At the death! Inter Miami finds a way!
That's the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka. That was fixture number 1 in Leagues Cup. So phase 1, rather. Game 1 in phase 1 of Leagues Cup. Inter Miami, obviously, being one of the 4 MLS teams to advance from phase 1. And a lot of that had to do with plays like that. Goals at the death, as I like to call it. Inter Miami stealing one at the death against Atlas and getting 3 points on the table. Folks, welcome back to your Inter Miami pregame show. I am your host, Mike Rizzo. We will be sending things to Ken LaVicka and our OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, in just a few moments. We have Inter Miami and Orlando City Leagues Cup semifinal action live at Chase Stadium. Now, Lionel Messi back in the starting 11, and I promised you guys highlights from the last time the great one was on the pitch wearing that Inter Miami pink. It happened against the LA Galaxy 2 Saturdays ago. So Lionel Messi suited up against the Galaxy, only played it at one half. Messi came on at halftime, but made a brilliant impact on the game. Lionel Messi was involved on a goal and an assist and was named man of the match at the end of the match, where Inter Miami got all 3 points against the LA Galaxy. Let's listen to that goal. By the way, 1-1 game. How about that? How bad LA Galaxy's been, but they have had a breath of fresh air in Leagues Cup. By the way, Galaxy still left in Leagues Cup. They will be playing later on tonight, but Lionel Messi sent him packing in the second half, and let's listen to the first highlight and his goal.
Messi, middle channel, made a defender miss. Now he's in the penalty arc, and he scored with a left foot. That's an all-world hit from Lionel Messi. He got around the defender, got into space, and he delivers the fatal blow. Lionel Messi, welcome back from injury. 2-1, Inter Miami in the 83rd minute. There's the master. There's the emperor back on his throne. Lionel Messi back on top of the Golden Boot race in Major League Soccer with his 19th goal, and that was better than all the rest.
So Lionel Messi making things 2-1 in the 83rd minute, and then he assisted on a beautiful goal to his Barca buddy, Luis Suarez.
Oh, backheel Messi into the area. Suarez, right-footed goal from just outside the right portion of the 6-yard box. Lionel Messi with a gem of an assist, just dazzling. And Suarez finishes 3-1 Inter Miami. That was a masterpiece. Put it on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel.
Lionel Messi, Inter Miami, being able to get victory against the Galaxy there. It was the last time the great one was on the pitch. Now, I want to give a shout out. Luis Suarez has been very, very good in Leagues Cup. Now, he's had a lot of spot kicks. He's had a lot of penalty kicks within the tournament, which is fascinating, folks, because Inter Miami does not get penalty kicks in the MLS, as we found out Saturday night in one of the more disgraceful non-handball call that you'll ever see. Still not over that, by the way. Should have been a handball. Should have been an Inter Miami 3 points, regardless. Suarez has had 3 spot kick penalties. Let's go back in memory lane and listen to all of them. This is Luis Suarez from the penalty spot in Leagues Cup, where he's been eating good.
We await the whistle. There it is from the referee. Suarez approaches, right foot, and he planted it to the right portion of goal. Guzman guessed correctly, but he couldn't get a touch on it. Luis Suarez converts the penalty. Inter Miami 1, Tigres 0. Minute number 23. What a start for Messi-less Inter Miami.
And Luis Suarez, you heard the voice of the Herons, Ken Levick, explain it to you, filling in for the great one when he was out with injury. He wasn't done, though.
Stands upper left, blows his whistle. Suarez in the penalty arc, approaches the ball. Suarez chips it inside the right post. Luis Suarez, his second penalty conversion of the night. Inter Miami has a foot in the semifinal of the Leagues Cup. Inter Miami 2, Tigres 1, minute number 88, and now Inter Miami tries to hang on.
Let's rewind even further back. Luis Suarez again in Leagues Cup action with some PKs.
Suarez from the penalty arc approaches. Suarez right foot. Oh, a cheeky chip to the middle of goal. Suarez converts. The penalty finds the back of the net. Paul never stood a chance. Luis Suarez, world class. Inter Miami 2, Pumas 1, 58th minute. Inter Miami has the lead.
So Suarez able to handle the penalty kick business with Lionel Messi not being in the lineup. Now, he has 3 goals in Leagues Cup. All 3 of them are penalty kicks, but this other one, it was a PK. The issue was it went to penalty kick shootouts. This was against Necaxa, where Inter Miami got 2 points, which helped them. This was, by the way, match 2 of phase 1. So remember, phase 1, you played 3 games. This was match number 2 against Necaxa, and Luis Suarez able to send Inter Miami 2 points and eventually to into the knockout round. Obviously, they had the 3rd game against Tigres where they won with the 2 spot kicks from Suarez, but this was the game before getting 2 points to Necaxa.
He approaches the ball, right foot Suarez, and he put it off the crossbar and in! Luis Suarez hit the bar. It went across the goal line. Inter Miami picks up the win in penalties over Necaxa. 5-4.
So Luis Suarez has been busy scoring goals, and he's been busy scoring goals at the penalty spot. And I apologize, Pumas was the phase 3 game, which they were able to get victory. And then obviously Tigres was the quarterfinal game. And now all the teams left, all 4 teams left in Leagues Cup are the MLS sides. Now let's go through a couple of the other games that will be, or rather the one other game, I apologize, that'll be happening tonight. It is the LA Galaxy and the Seattle Sounders. That's going to be a 10:45 start. So it's going to be right after the Inter Miami fixture. Now, 2 games did go to penalty kicks. Orlando City versus Toluca and Seattle versus Puebla. So we have seen penalty shootouts, and obviously in phase 1, there were a plethora of penalty shootouts. Remember, phase 1, 18 MLS sides, 18 Liga MX sides. But listen, I hope Inter Miami could get that decisive victory tonight. I am very optimistic too, folks. I got a great feeling about the fixture tonight. Number 1, with the formation. I love that Mascherano's going with the 4-4-2. And I love that Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez are in the lineup as the dual strike partnership. That false 9, Messi at the false 9, and Luis Suarez playing that attacking forward spot. So I do have a great feeling about our Herons tonight, and we'll continue to break this one down. I'll get you the starting 11s again, but we're going to take another timeout. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network. Our final timeout before we send things to Ken LaVicka. So I'll go have one more go at this. I'll get you to starting 11s. We'll go down memory lane one more time in Leagues Cup, and then we got to get you to the sideline with Ken LaVicka, with the OG Oscar Gonzalez to get you ready for Orlando City and Inter Miami. Kickoff is very soon on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
A bicycle kick is a risky move, and risky can be exciting for soccer, but not for your money. PNC Bank believes boring is better. It's the smart and steady way to manage your finances and save the excitement for all you want to do in life. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud to sponsor Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Touchdown! Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
Experience the power and prestige of the new 2025 Range Rover Sport P530 Dynamic SE. Now available for lease at just $15.29 a month for 36 months. With $89.95 due at signing, you'll be behind the wheel of true luxury and performance. But hurry, offers like this don't last forever. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and drive the future of sophistication. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121, or visit tworld.com today.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Mars just outside the penalty arc. Suarez play through Allende. Allende with the goal. A one-touch right-footed strike to Deo Allende. And a second assist for the evening. Luis Suarez. Allende makes it Inter Miami 3. Pumas 1. Just shy of minute number 69. And that might definitively put Inter Miami into the knockout stages of the League's Cup.
No Allende in the starting 11 tonight, but he's coming off of the bench. And I actually think with the form Allende has been in the last 3 games, I think it's what's best for him. I think he could come off the bench as a super sub. Let's hope we don't need it. Let's hope Inter Miami is taking care of business against our rivals up north in Orlando City. But God forbid, Allende off the bench, I think he could do him some good. Let's get you your starting 11s. Running out of time here on the pregame show. About to be pitch side with our good friend Ken Levicka, the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, and our OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez. 4-4-2 for the Herons tonight. Jordi Alba, Gonzalo Luan, Maxi Falcone, and Ian Frey as your defenders. Hold on. Actually, hang on here, folks. Hang on. Yep. Here we go. That is correct. Alba, Luan, Falcone, Frey, Rodriguez, Busquets, Bright DePaul, Suarez, and Messi. So that is your lineup again. 4-4-2. Alba, Luan, Falcone, Frey, Rodriguez, Busquets, Bright, and DePaul. And your 2 strikers up top, Suarez and Messi. Oscar Ustari back in goal. 4-4-2 for Orlando City. From left to right, Bracalo, Janssen, Schlegel, Freeman. And then in the midfield, Angulo, Araujo, Atuesta, and Pasalic. And then up top, the always dangerous Martin Ojeda and Luis Muriel. And Galesi in goal tonight. Legendary keeper for Orlando City. Had a pretty good game the last time they were out against our Herons as well. On the bench, Rocco Rios Novo, William Yarborough, Fafa Pico, Noah Allen, Ryan Saylor, Davy Ruiz, Benjamin Kromaski, Santiago Morales, Toto Aviles, Marcelo Wegan, Talasco Segovia, and as I mentioned, Tadeo Allende. The bench for Orlando City, Otero, Smith, Tafey, Dorlson, McGuire, Enrique, Spicer, Mercado, Guski, Gerbert, Rodriguez, and Marin. So those are the reserve players coming up for Orlando City. 4-4-2 on both sides. Inter Miami winless against Orlando City this year. Let's take our final timeout of the program. I do want to remind you guys, we are powered on your pregame show by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Do you want more from your drive? We got it. The all-new Audi Q6. Test drive the brand-new Audi Q6 at your local South Florida Audi dealer or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. AudiUSA.com to learn more. Test drive the new Q6. Brand new Audi ready for you guys at your local South Florida Audi dealer. Ken Levicka, voice of the Herons. When we return, it is Leagues Cup Wednesday, folks. That time of the week, little Leagues Cup Wednesday, where we go through our Herons trying to win some silverware. Listen, it's probably not going to be easy. Orlando City plays the Herons well, but I got a good feeling with that 4-4-2. Pitch side when we return on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time. and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
Experience the power and prestige of the new 2025 Range Rover Sport P530 Dynamic SE. Now available for lease at just $1529 a month for 36 months. With $89.95 due at signing, you'll be behind the wheel of true luxury and performance. But hurry, offers like this don't last forever. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and drive the future of sophistication. Land Rover, above and beyond.
What if every use of your debit card turns spare change into something meaningful, like growing your savings and supporting local community causes? With Flagler Credit Union's Impact Checking with Everyday Change, your spare change can have big impact. Each transaction can be rounded up to grow your savings and support nonprofits that provide meals, shelter, and essential services locally. Make an impact in your life and in your community. Open your Impact Checking account today. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsyes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation of Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3.
Goal de Messi!
Now let's get to the pitch.
Oh, it's a cannon shot! Go ahead and give him the goal of the week!
Here's Ken LaVicka.
In the history of the Florida Derby, it is the most consequential match ever played. A spot in the championship, the final of the League's Cup on the line tonight. Inter Miami plays host to nemesis Orlando City. And a very special good evening to all of you listening not only in South Florida but around the world. Inter Miami and Orlando City for a spot in Sunday's quest for a trophy. I am Ken Levicka, so glad you're with us. Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. To my right, Oscar Gonzalez, the OG onside engineer. And, well, this one is weighted heavily. And Inter Miami, here's the bottom line. They have been dominated by Orlando City this season. 2 matches in MLS play. Inter Miami 0-2, and they weren't even close. Orlando City has outscored Inter Miami 7-1, including August 10th in Central Florida when Orlando City took a hammer to Inter Miami 4-1. So Inter Miami's going to have to play significantly better if they want to best Orlando City, who has more than had their number. They've had their soul so far this season. Inter Miami in its pink uniforms, head-to-toe black lettering and numbering with white trim down the shorts. Orlando City head-to-toe in purple, white lettering, numbering, and trim. Both these sides into the semifinal in dramatic fashion. Inter Miami using 2 Luis Suarez penalties, 1 late to knock off Tigres. Orlando City a 6-5 penalty victory after 0-0 in full time against Toluca out in California. It is hot, it is muggy, and well, it's August in South Florida. Javier Mascherano suspended tonight for Inter Miami. He is no longer allowed a first row seat and a cell phone to communicate with. He is in a suite here in South Florida. This is the 3rd meeting, official meeting, between these 2 sides this season. They played a preseason match against one another before the MLS campaign kicked off. That was a draw. Inter Miami with Lionel Messi back tonight. It is Oscar Ustari in goal for Inter Miami. Alba, Lujan, Falcone, and Frey, the back 4. A midfield of Baltasar Rodriguez, Sergio Busquets, Yannick Bright, Rodrigo de Paul, and then Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi at the top of a 4-4-2. The referee, Walter Lopez, he blows his whistle. Off we go tonight. Inter Miami, Orlando City, one side will be in the final on Sunday. Can Inter Miami take advantage of a second semifinal this season? They lost at home to Vancouver, second leg in the CONCACAF Champions Cup semifinals. A bit of redemption on the line tonight. Orlando City, though, able to grab a turnover in the midfield, and rushing forward is Luis Muriel. He is dispossessed, though, by Maxi Falcone, and Inter Miami is going to try and maneuver out of the back. Inter Miami sits 6th in the East in MLS play. Orlando City just 1 point better. This match tonight, no bearing on Major League Soccer, has a ton of bearing on the attempt to win a trophy. Inter Miami, another giveaway in the midfield. Orlando City on the attack, right to left, vice versa for Inter Miami in these opening 45 minutes. 83 degrees at kickoff, feels like 92. Winds out of the east-southeast at 5 miles an hour. Kickoff beginning as the sun is completely set. The lights in full effect here in Fort Lauderdale. We are just over a minute in, and Orlando City possessing in its defensive midfield. Prolific designated players for both sides. Of course, we know Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez for Inter Miami, but Orlando City's DPs have accounted for 58 goal contributions in 2025. That is the best in all of Major League Soccer. Martin Ojeda, Luis Muriel, and Marco Pasalic. Inter Miami has the ball attacking half, right portion of the pitch. Baltasar Rodriguez sends a right wing Messi. Messi to the right of the box, low cross to Paul, but Suarez cut off his run, and the goalkeeper Pedro Galacé able to clear, and then Inter Miami a mishit. Ian Frey on the right flank, outside right channel, and he rolls the ball outside the near touchline and out of play. It'll be Orlando City trying to play out of the back. DePaul deflected a pass attempt right near the end line by Robin Janssen. It rolls across the end line. DePaul thought that it hit Janssen, but the referee near the corner flag disagreed, and it's going to be a goal kick for Orlando City. Pedro Galacé, the heralded Orlando City goalkeeper, has 9 saves, has conceded only once, and has an assist against Inter Miami this season. He is the captain of the Peru national team, and he has 100 career clean sheets. He also had the game-winning penalty in the victory over Toluca in the quarterfinal of this tournament. We have approached 3 minutes, and it's 0-0 Inter Miami and Orlando City. These two teams extremely similar in MLS play. 54 goals for both sides, 40 goals against both sides. As Orlando City trying to ask a question early, Gonzalo Lujan, a really, really awkward clearance on a ball whipped in from 40 yards away. Lujan mishits it with a left foot across the right end line, and Inter Miami concedes a cheap corner 3.5 minutes in. It's going to be a far side to near side corner, and it's going to be handled by Luis Muriel. He has 3 goals and an assist against Inter Miami in 2025. He has 3 goals in the Leagues Cup. Martin Ojeda, another problematic goal scorer, sits on the near post. Muriel dekes the corner. Now he sends a short corner into the near portion of the box. Inter Miami able to handle that well after a precarious ball was sent to the top of the area. Falcone got a foot on it, and Orlando City has to chase back in its right defensive half. We are across the 4-minute mark. Orlando City pushing forward again. The ball is chipped up over an Inter Miami defender, and it is handled by David Brecalo. Orlando City patient in the midfield, far right touchline. This is Pasalic. Now it's worked back to the defensive portion of the midfield circle. And Janssen will play it off to the left for Brecalo. Orlando City, left attacking half. Square ball, far side, touchdown. And he's passed to the middle. And Orlando City now right of the box. Able to get there is Freeman. Freeman whips it 6-yard box, and it almost found Angulo at the top of the small rectangle. It sprays outside the left portion of the area, and then another cross did not find the end on anybody, but Freeman corrals it along the right end line. He got into the area, but a slide tackle from Maxi Falcone extinguished that opportunity inside the right border of the box. It's going to be another corner, though, for Orlando City, far side and near side. Alex Freeman bothering Inter Miami early, the former U.S. men's national team man, or the current U.S. men's national team man, I should say, was a prominent part of the United States runner-up appearance in the last Gold Cup. Short corner, Orlando City. Inter Miami read it well, and it was Rodriguez who got a foot on a second chance cross opportunity. Inter Miami able to clear into their defensive half, right side of this natural surface. It rained a bit here today in Fort Lauderdale, but the turf is in excellent condition. Inter Miami really not on the ball much here in the opening 6 minutes. Orlando City pushes back outside right channel in the left attacking half. Transversing with the ball, far side to near side, was Pasalic. Now along the near touchline, Angulo pushes it back defensive half. Messi trying to bother Brecalo, and Orlando City is going to send a ball near side to far side and get back just inside the attacking portion of this pitch here in Fort Lauderdale. Janssen, defensive portion of the midfield circle. As we hit 6 minutes and 30 seconds expired in this semifinal of the Leagues Cup. Both sides have 9 goals for in this competition. Here's Angulo as he angles left towards the right of the box. A cross is sent in, a dribbler from left of the area. It was swept in by Ojeda, and it rolls on to Oscar Ustari, who lays on it in front of his goal. It took a deflection, that cross, off of Lujan. That almost allowed Muriel to get a left foot on it inside the 6-yard area. But it one-hopped his foot. An awkward bounce off of this natural grass, in Inter Miami will try and work it out of the backside, and the left defensive third. Some slick footwork from Busquets, but then he gives it away. DePaul blasts a ball off an Orlando City player. That was Araujo. Now a long ball forward up the near right touchline. And here's Ian Frey, bites off defender, but as he got to the right box, too heavy of a touch, and Orlando City able to recover. Here's Angulo as he sprints to the middle of the defensive half from the near touchline. A giveaway. Rodriguez's steal. He dekes a defender into the middle channel. Sends it left box. It is handled by Suarez. He'll send it right box. DePaul. DePaul, a shot with the right foot. And he tried to inward curl into the far post. And it sails wide, hits against the sponsor boards. But that is the first opportunity of the night for Inter Miami. And it comes in the 8th minute. Good ball from Suarez and a pretty nifty attempt from DePaul. Brecalo closed down on him defensively, the left back for Orlando City. But Inter Miami finally finds itself settled into this match. Orlando City in the defensive midfield to the right of the midfield stripe. And now a square ball from the midfield circle finds Angulo on the outside left channel. He angles right with his dribble. And look out, here's Ojeda. He has a ball left box. Ojeda! A very difficult angled shot. Ustari the save on the far post, sprawling, diving, and striking the ball with his left arm. That was a shot on target. Ustari equal to the task, and Inter Miami gives away a ball in its left defensive half, but a foul is called against Alex Freeman of Orlando City as we welcome you to the 9th minute here in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami 0, Orlando City 0. Yannick Bright getting the start tonight for Inter Miami on the right wing. Tadeo Allende will feature as a substitute tonight along with Telasco Segovia, normal starters for Inter Miami. Javier Mascherano suspended. Javier Morales is the interim manager tonight. Square ball, left foot, Ojeda, near touchline to the far side. Freeman able to chest it down, and Orlando City was briefly in their left attacking third. Now they'll move it into the attacking midfield, about 40 yards away. This is Atuesta for Orlando City. Now Pasalic, as he gets into the middle channel, left defensive half. Skies the ball, Angulo, 25 yards out, about even with the left border of the box. Araujo, now to Brecalo. Orlando City meanders about 30 yards from goal near side, now in the middle channel. Oh, great move, Atuesta. He delivers Muriel, left foot, and that shot's blocked by Lujan across the left end line and into the seats. But Muriel and Ojeda giving Inter Miami fits as they have all season long. Muriel, 3 goals and assist against Inter Miami this year. Ojeda, a goal and assist against Inter Miami on August the 10th. It'll be a near side to far side corner for Orlando City, already their 3rd, and we've just gotten in to the 10th minute. Ojeda will deliver this corner with a left foot. It'll be an outswinger, near side to far side. Ojeda previously with Godoy Cruz in Argentina, legendary club, and he strikes the ball into the top of the box. Nobody gets a head on it. It's retrieved 30 yards away by Morel. Quick pass to the right box, and here is a header inside the 6-yard box from the top, and it'll bounce to Ustari. Schlegel from Orlando City stood outside the penalty arc, fed it into the 6-yard box. Falcone did well to box out any potential trouble, and Ustari takes it on a hop on the back post. But Inter Miami has looked a little bit shaky defensively here in the early going. Inter Miami in MLS play this year, the top first half goal scoring team, but Orlando City's been on the front foot here, almost 11 and a half minutes in. Lionel Messi back from his right leg injury. Jordi Alba had an ankle injury suffered against Tigres in the quarterfinal. He is making his return tonight. Messi played the second half against LA Galaxy, then did not make the trip to DC United for that match on Saturday. Inter Miami in the right attacking half. Here is Messi on the left flank, about 35 yards away. Messi flanked by 2 defenders. Messi trying to clear some space. Nice, nifty, left-footed outside of the foot pass to clear some space. And now, in the midfield circle, attacking half, it's Busquets. Rolls it left wing for Rodriguez. Baltazar Rodriguez for Inter Miami. Quickly on to Messi, right back, 1 touch to Rodriguez. Inter Miami now back inside the midfield circle for Busquets, and here comes Falcone about 30 yards out. He charged forward and then defers to Rodriguez to the far right touchline, Jordi Alba. Alba will strike it back to Rodriguez. Here he comes, left wing, Suarez from the middle channel, trying to put a left foot delivery onto Rodriguez, but it was off the mark. But Baltasar Rodriguez hustling to steal the ball from Pasalic, and Inter Miami back at it. DePaul to Jordi Alba. Now Suarez got into the upper left. He went tumbling to the ground. The referee says play on. It did look like a good tackle for Orlando City, and now Orlando City has possession. Inter Miami had some good patient attack, but it was for naught. And now Orlando City trying to track meet this. Angulo able along the near touchline, left attacking half left of the box, catch up with a ball. Inter Miami able to get in and at least knock the ball away momentarily, but Orlando City maintains possession. Here's Ojeda. He has it on the inside left channel. Orlando City right to left in the attack, 0-0, 13th minute. Winner to play Sunday against either LA Galaxy or Seattle Sounders in the final of the Leagues Cup. Every Liga MX side eliminated. Square ball far side to near side on the left wing. Angulo mishandled for a moment for Orlando City, but he swipes it away from the near touchline, and Orlando City staying patient. Brecalo into the middle channel. This is Atuesta, the Colombian international. And now Alex Freeman outside the right portion of the box. Well done by Inter Miami to win that ball. That was Baltasar Rodriguez. And then on the far side, a takedown. And are we going to get a card? As Inter Miami had a player go to ground. That was Luis Suarez, who took a shot at his midsection as he was trying to get around a defender. He was wiped out on the play. And I don't see the referee reaching for his pocket. Lionel Messi is pleading his case with the captain's armband on his left bicep. Suarez went down hard. I believe that was Atuesta who made the contact on Suarez. And so at the 14.5-minute mark, it'll be Inter Miami with a far side defensive half free kick. Messi sends a long ball forward, and Alba couldn't get on the end of it. Training ground idea, but it goes for naught. Schlegel escorts the ball onto his goalkeeper, Pedro Galase. Galase in all yellow tonight, the Orlando City keeper. Oscar Ustari for Inter Miami, head to toe in blue. Now Orlando City back in a familiar place, the attacking half. Ojeda chips a ball from the midfield stripe on Alex Freeman, and he has it stolen away by Jordi Alba. Alba pumps his fist, and now Rodrigo DePaul in the defensive midfield. Sends a short ball to Messi. Messi makes a turn to the midfield circle. Great ball to the far side, Suarez. Suarez left wing. Gives a middle channel for Messi. Messi around a defender. Messi outside the upper left of the box. Messi slides down, and a whistle. And a foul is going to be called against Orlando City. I believe Suarez is grabbing at his jaw now outside the upper left portion of the area. Second time he's gone down tonight. And the referee has to stop play since it's a head injury. Suarez, ahead of the play, was hit by Schlegel on the left side of his face. Suarez and Galase join one another. Suarez for Inter Miami, Galase, the Peru international goalkeeper for Orlando City. And the referee has just given the ball to Orlando City. Oh, boy. So Messi went down. That apparently meant nothing. Suarez was hit in the face. That apparently meant nothing. Walter Lopez says, here, Orlando City, it's your ball. Free kick just outside your own area. Speaking of odd refereeing this season, Inter Miami is the only MLS side not to be awarded a penalty in Major League Soccer regular season play, including a clear and obvious handball at the end of the DC United draw on Saturday that should have been called in real time, wasn't. VAR should have absolutely alerted the referee. They didn't do anything except collect a paycheck. But here in the Leagues Cup, Inter Miami has more penalties awarded than any other side. Go figure that one out. We continue to have a stoppage in play. This is taking forever. finally, Orlando City is going to get play started in their right defensive third. Coming in right to left in the attack, a whistle and a foul, and a yellow has been shown. An elbow thrust from behind, now pushing and shoving as Brecolo threw an elbow at Rodrigo to Paul, who was trailing him on the play. Things are getting aggressive, and this referee is going to have to take control at some point. Brecolo made contact with DePaul, and his face reaching behind him with the right arm. Now, in Brecolo's defense, I don't think there was any sort of appreciable contact made, but Rodrigo DePaul, a masterful job of selling it. And now DePaul and Brecolo are jawing at one another. DePaul's saying, you might not have got me with an elbow, but you swiped me across the nose. And now Lionel Messi and Orlando City manager Oscar Pareja having words. How about that? So we're about to get play underway. Here's Messi off the restart, about 40 yards out, and his ball could not make it into the box, but then Messi comes up with a steal, and Inter Miami in its attacking half, right side of the pitch, has Busquets. Set it middle channel, and Rodriguez got ripped down. Oh, a very dangerous tackle, and Atuesta goes into the book for Orlando City. 2 bookings, 2 yellows for Orlando City in a matter of 30 seconds. Let's take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. This is Inter Miami football.
Anna Jar Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Ken LaVicka back with you, Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, semifinal of the Leagues Cup. Inter Miami and Orlando City, 19th minute, 0-0. Inter Miami a free kick about 42 yards away. Middle channel, Rodrigo DePaul stands over it. Lionel Messi, part of the starting 11 for Inter Miami. Same story with Jordi Alba. Inter Miami has lost twice in emphatic fashion to Orlando City in Major League Soccer play, outscored 7-1. Here's the whistle. DePaul sends a right foot onto Alba, back to DePaul. He has it 30 yards away. DePaul heads to his right, sends a right wing. Messi, one touch to the middle, to Busquets, back to Messi. His shot was blocked away. And now a long run for it, and Jordi Alba before Orlando City and Ojeda could get out on the counter, able to swipe it back to his goalkeeper from the defensive midfield, Oscar Ustari. What hustle from Jordi Alba. That was a beautiful developed play by Inter Miami. Now Rodriguez called for a foul in an Inter Miami shirt as he interfered with Cesar Araujo in the Inter Miami attacking half. And it'll be a defensive half free kick for Orlando City. There are bodies hitting the turf everywhere. So Lionel Messi, his first shot of the night, but it did not make it outside the penalty arc, blanked backwards. And we welcome you to minute number 20 off the free kick. Look out, Falcone had Muriel get behind him, but Muriel could not catch up to the ball in the right portion of the box. I don't know how Falcone could fall asleep after Orlando City has done that to Inter Miami so many times this season. Just free kick, long ball over the top, but Inter Miami survived that. But Orlando City back on it in its defensive half. Araujo lost the ball, and it's collected by Busquets. Sends it just inside the right attacking half, Messi. Messi comes to the right wing, wanted to play through for Frey, but that was intercepted well by Orlando City. And then a long ball ahead, Muriel was offside, had to hold up his run. And Ustari, out of his own box, plays it with his feet from outside the penalty arc. 16 long balls converted in Leagues Cup for Orlando City, 48.5% conversion rate. Alba sends in across to the penalty arc from the left side, and that was cleared away, but on to Yannick Bright, who's had only a few touches tonight for Inter Miami. Inter Miami still in the attacking half, left to right in the attack. Falcone left to the midfield circle, sends it left wing. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez feeds it Suarez. Back to DePaul, and a shot from 20 yards away outside the penalty arc. And Galisay had to dive to his right to send it away. It was destined for the upper left. It's a shot on target for Inter Miami. DePaul continues to be aggressive in the attack, and Inter Miami has its first corner presented by Ryder Smith Ivy. And Fronrath represented injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Far side and near side corner, Inter Miami. And before it can take place, a whistle blows. And Alex Freeman went to the crown for Orlando City. He got tied up with Maxi Falcone because of course he did. Here is the delivery, short corner for Inter Miami. Here is Baltasar Rodriguez at about the 25-yard mark. Right foot across, left area, didn't go anywhere, blocked back. Baltasar Rodriguez fighting for it. Orlando City clears, and now Ojeda is on it. And he plays it into the middle, left attacking half. This is Angulo. Angulo in on Ustari, and he slotted it wide of the right post. Angulo with the miss of his career. How did he not convert that? He had Ustari beaten and he pushed it wide of the post. He was 1v1, no one near him. And he absolutely chunked it wide. I don't know who said the proper prayer, but it got answered for Inter Miami. It should be 1-0 Orlando City. And that's how Orlando City kills you, in the counter like that. Inter Miami really struggling against Orlando City, attempting to track meet it, and Inter Miami extremely fortunate. It's 0-0, 23rd minute. Inter Miami tried to get on the counter, but Orlando City denied that with Robin Janssen. But Inter Miami back on it in their defensive half. A bunch of jousting for this ball, and now Messi has it. Midfield circle, beautifully played to Suarez. Left wing, Suarez up the left, got by the defender. Oh, but he could not catch up with his last touch. Gallisei had to slide into the middle of the box and take it off of the right foot of Luis Suarez. But Inter Miami almost hits on the counter. Boy, this has gotten wide open. Maxi Falcone wins a long ball this time, perfectly marking Muriel in Orlando City's left attacking half, and business is picked up in a big way. 24-16, 24-17, Inter Miami in the ball, left defensive half. 0-0 in the most high-pressure, consequential Florida derby in the history of these two sides going head-to-head. Lujan for Inter Miami. On the near side, left defensive half, now a square ball. Well struck by DePaul on a Maxi Falcone. Falcone meanders near the midfield stripe. Instead is going to play behind the center circle for Busquets. He surveys per usual, and he'll make a decision to pass it to his right for DePaul. Inter Miami now just into the right attacking half. Baltasar Rodriguez stays in the midfield circle. Inter Miami trying to pick its spot. DePaul bothered by Angulo, and then DePaul goes down in the penalty, or in the midfield circle, and he's going to be called. It'll be a foul on Angulo of Orlando City. The referee pointed in the wrong direction. Yeah, that's not a good sign in a match as pivotal as this one. So Inter Miami in the attacking portion of the midfield circle. Shading to the right, we'll have Sergio Busquets restart play. 25th minute, 0-0 Inter Miami and Orlando City. Busquets chips the ball left wing, chested down Rodriguez. Rodriguez to the outside, Alba. He has it left of the area. Now he is outside the extended upper border of the box. Oh, a good ball from the left wing. Lujan trying to make a run was Alba, but just a bit too much on that ball, and it rolls across the left end line. Orlando City with a goal kick. Javier Mascherano looks on just to our left in one of the suites here at Chase Stadium. Of course, we had PhoneGate after he was shown red at halftime against Tigres in the quarterfinal, and was shown talking on a cell phone. He said he was coordinating with his video staff throughout the rest of the match. He did not get punished outside of the mandatory red card suspension. So a whole lot of blabbering back and forth from the footballing talking heads for nothing, but at least they had some good content out of that. We are late in the 26th minute, 0-0 Inter Miami and Orlando City. Inter Miami a throw in, far side defensive half. Orlando City gets a touch on it, but now Inter Miami wins it. DePaul swipes the ball about 25 yards into the air, and it's taken by Ian Frey. Now to Messi, coming up the right side, right attacking half, and he holds up play, sends a grass level ball to Yannick Bright, defensive half. Now Inter Miami back left to right in the attack, and DePaul not a good ball at all from the middle channel, deep attacking midfield. wanted Suarez or make that Frey, and that was just not well struck by DePaul, way off the mark. No way Frey was going to be able to get to within 10 yards of that, and it rolls across the end line. Another Orlando City goal kick. Both keepers, Ustari and Galasay, have had to make some pretty heroic saves here in the first 27.5 minutes. It was Angulo for Orlando City, 1v1 on the keeper behind the defense, who absolutely gacked away what should have been the first sure goal of this match. That happened about 4 minutes ago, and now Orlando City, another long ball. Frey is going to get to that. He swiped it in the air, but into his own box, left side, but he heads it well onto Oscar Ustari, able to box out Angulo, who is charging hard, made up a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and so after some initial mishandling from Frey, he's able to clean the mess up. And now Inter Miami has Lionel Messi defensive half, midfield circle. Now he creeps into the attacking half, left to right in the attack. Inter Miami in the first 45. Near touchline, outside right channel, Ian Frey. Attacking midfield, sends it back to the defensive half, Lujan. He'll swipe it into the inside, Busquets. 28.5 minutes gone. Zeros on the score line for Inter Miami and Orlando City. Now Lujan, attacking half right side, outside right channel. Now to the middle channel, Messi. Messi trying to feed Rodriguez, who is coming on a horizontal run left to right, about 30 yards away, but it took a weird hop on Rodriguez at the last moment, skipped over his left leg, and Galasay will play with it on his feet in his own area, the Orlando City 35-year-old goalkeeper. And here's a bad giveaway, Orlando City. Messi has it right wing to the right of the penalty arc, and he is tackled. No call, but Inter Miami still on it. Rodriguez to the left of the penalty arc. Feeds it Yannick Bright, 25 yards away. He had it poked away. Messi is incensed at the referee. Inter Miami, meanwhile, is going to reset the attack. Busquets sprays a ball outside the right portion of the box, now in the right portion of the box. Lower right, Messi. Messi stays on his feet, turns the corner. Messi still in the right box. Messi, pass deflected, found Busquets outside the penalty arc. He tried to chip it, right box. Messi went to ground before the pass got there. The referee once again says play on, and now Ojeda, full sprint, left attacking half. Not a good ball into the middle, wanted Muriel. Falcone able to corral it in the Inter Miami defensive half. Lionel Messi is absolutely beside himself. DePaul, long ball from the midfield. It found Alba. He'll touch it on to Suarez, 25 yards away, outside left channel. Suarez, right foot, shuffles it on to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, right side to Paul. Right wing just outside the upper right. Inter Miami, as we hit the half-hour mark, 0-0. Suarez, border, right side of the box. Left-footed shot! Oh, and he almost curled it in. He just missed the far post. Galasay was beaten. It missed by inches. Just wide for Suarez with a hellacious left foot. Oh, my goodness. That would have been an absolute trophy for Luis Suarez, but just wide. So Suarez and DePaul have almost both beaten Galasay to that left post. We are reaching the precipice of the 31st minute. Ken LaVicka with you, Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Semifinal of the League's Cup. 0-0 between these two bitter rivals, Inter Miami and Orlando City. Two bookings in this opening half for the visitors from Central Florida, David Brecalo and Eduard Atuesta. Orlando City, Angulo has it near touchline, just inside the left attacking half, now to the middle. A heavy touch, Busquets the steal. Now Suarez will push it deep into the defensive half to Paul, and Inter Miami's going to retreat as Lujan swipes it with a right foot on two. 39-year-old veteran goalkeeper Oscar Ustari making his second League's Cup start. Missed every match of the group stage. Ian Frey, 1v1, great move as he got along the near touchline. Now the race is on, right attacking half. He just soared around Brecalo, and he maintained possession, touched it on Messi. Then Messi is tripped down 25 yards away, and the referee says play on. The disrespect being shown right now to the greatest of all time is absolute nonsense. Walter Lopez 3 different times should have blown a whistle in favor of Lionel Messi and refuses to do it. Angulo now, upper left, Orlando City in the left attacking half. Angulo, good pace on a right-footed shot. Ustari hugging the near post, able to on a hop make a diving stop, did not allow a rebound. Boy, Walter Lopez is absolutely blind to the fact that Messi is being torn to the ground. Messi is in his ear, as he should be. That's atrocious. So Inter Miami in its defensive half far side. Suarez will one-touch it on to Maxi Falcone with the right foot, and now Falcone with that mane swaying in the breeze here. And now DePaul, defensive half, thought about a long ball. He's right of the midfield circle and instead feeds Yannick Bright, who sweeps it back on to Busquets from his holding midfield position. Busquets in the defensive portion of the midfield circle. Gives it off Falcone. Briefly got across the midfield stripe and right back on to Busquets in the midfield O. 33rd minute, no score, Inter Miami and Orlando City. Jordi Alba 40 yards away. Pushes the ball onto Baltasar Rodriguez, left box. Rodriguez, oh, what a move onto his left foot. He's left to the area. His cross, though, was deflected, but it's on to Messi. Messi outside the upper left. Fed Alba. Messi feeds it back to Alba. Left box. Alba wanted to deliver it to the top of the box to Paul, but mishit it. And then a foul is called far side against Orlando City. That was Ojeda, who ran right into the back of Falcone. So Falcone is able to draw the whistle that Messi can't. Inter Miami right attacking half. Into the 34th minute. Falcone, square ball, as it curls its way to Lujan. He is to the right of the top part of the midfield circle in the attacking half. Good ball in the middle from Busquets. Here is Bright, 40 yards out middle channel. Sprays the ball left side, Alba. Fed Rodriguez left of the box. Step over Rodriguez. Now back to Alba. Alba outside left channel. Now Busquets. Busquets right foot. Wanted to chip it onto Alba. They weren't exactly on the same page in the delivery. One hops into Galassi. So Inter Miami has asked a lot of questions here over the last 15 minutes or so, but we remain scoreless. 0-0 Inter Miami and Orlando City. Now Orlando City has a 4-on-3. In the middle, oh, what a touch from Muriel. Tried to play it through to Ojeda about 20 yards away. Well intercepted by Yannick Bright of Inter Miami. Now Rodrigo to Paul, able to grab a loose ball. And DePaul tries to make a turn forward. Sends the ball near touchline. Left defensive half, Ian Frey. Gives it short range, Messi. Messi swipes it back onto Frey near touchline, right attacking half. Frey turned the burners on for a moment. Could not shut Angulo. And Frey is going to send it to Yannick Bright in the attacking midfield. Right of the midfield O. Busquets to the near touchline. Lionel Messi, 25 yards out. Messi with his left foot. Angles left, got through one defender, got through a second defender. Sends the ball left wing, Jordi Alba. Alba back to the middle channel, Lionel Messi. Messi still too far out to think about goal. Now Ian Frey. Rodrigo to Paul. Right flank. Sends it inside, middle channel, Busquets. Inter Miami still in possession. Messi one touches it to Busquets, and he's going to have to retreat into the midfield circle. Sends the ball to Lujan. Back to Falcone. Falcone lifts it into the middle, headed away by Orlando City. And Muriel has it for Orlando City, who then play it backwards into the right defensive third. And Araujo wants to send a ball from the defensive half, does so. That was well struck. Ojeda has it near touchline. A long cross, look out! And a left foot volley from the upper right. Pasalic, he sent it 20 yards into the seats. But Inter Miami had no idea Pasalic was coming from behind. We could see it developing from our broadcast position. And Inter Miami fortunate that Pasalic in no way could control that. In American football, the field goal would have been good. It had the distance and the height. Doesn't quite work in international football. Getting to the late stages of this first half. Inter Miami, left defensive third. Sergio Busquets in his own box. He is bothered by Martin Ojeda, one of the 3 outstanding designated players for Inter Miami. Busquets fell down. Oh, just outside of his own area, a whistle blows, and Atuesta is whistled for the infraction. Orlando City thought that they had what would have been a devastating turnover. And now Inter Miami quick restart. Ustari into the defensive midfield. Picked out Rodriguez, who's been real strong here first half. Now Messi, he meanders up the right flank. He's already 30 yards out right wing. Turns into the inside left foot. Out to the upper left. Here's Alba. Alba, left foot, and nobody there on the end of it, but it falls to DePaul, lower right. DePaul's cross. And that is delivered out of play. Right end line by David Brecolo. Inter Miami with a corner near side to far side. Presented by Leiter Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. Represented injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Inter Miami 0. Orlando City 0. The crowd rises here in Fort Lauderdale in this semifinal of the Leagues Cup. And we welcome you to the 38th minute. Lionel Messi with an in-swinging left foot corner coming. Will he try the Olympico he's tried so many times this season? Here it comes. He is trying it, back post, and Gallisay had to punch it away. And then a ball precariously sitting in the area. Finally, Orlando City clears, and Angulo with all the speed coming right between four defenders. Now he gets into the defensive half, and what a great defensive job by Inter Miami, and Ian Frey, who tracked him down from behind and tackled it, and a standing ovation for Frey. Meanwhile, Inter Miami long ball, and Suarez could not make a strong first touch, get around the defender Brecolo, but the flag was up offside. But Ian Frey electric defensively, getting back on the counter for Inter Miami. That was a very, very entertaining 1v1 in Orlando August 10th between Frey and Angulo, and that's continued tonight. 39th minute, 0-0. Inter Miami, Orlando City. Both of these sides tied for first, most goals in MLS play. Both of these sides scored 9 times so far in the Leagues Cup. And now Orlando City, right to left in the attack, far touchline. Here's Alex Freeman. Gives it up to Schlegel. Orlando City going to be patient in the attacking midfield. Rodrigo DePaul almost with an interception in the defensive midfield, but Orlando City's back line able to keep the ball. And a strong tackle from Frey on Angulo again at the border of the near side left attacking third. Frey sent it across the touchline, and the crowd cheers again as Frey says, get up, come on, make some noise. Emotions running high in this one. Orlando City attacking half left side of the pitch. Freeman has it on the defensive side, about 5 yards to the right of the midfield stripe. Good ball, Freeman on the end of it. Here he comes to the right of the box, trying to take Falcone 1v1. Send it to the middle, Muriel, poor touch. Wanted Angulo, but Angulo couldn't make the run because the ball was delivered way off the mark, left to the penalty arc, and Inter Miami intercepts it. Ustari for Inter Miami at the top of his own 6-yard area. Inter Miami left to right. And a ball into the defensive midfield. Chesting it down Messi. Messi now into the right attacking half. Oh, what a spin! After he shed a defender, tried to find Ian Frey on the right wing, who was making a vertical run, but it never got through. Orlando City's back line has been stellar. Now look out, Ojeda. Left attacking third, near touchline. Catches up to the ball, now waits for reinforcements. Sends it to the middle. This is Pasalic with a shot from 27 yards, just beyond the penalty arc, but right into the chest of Oscar Ustari, who read it perfectly off of Pasalic's right foot. Pasalic has scored twice against Inter Miami this season, one in each of the matchups between these two sides, May 18th and August 10th. 2 nights, both sides, or Inter Miami, I should say, would rather forget. 2 nights that Orlando City have hung on the mantle. Inter Miami with Jordi Alba, right attacking half. He toes the ball to Suarez. Suarez charges left of the box to the left end line, and he simply finesses a ball off of Alex Freeman out of play across the left end line for an easy does-it corner for Inter Miami, far side and near side. Brought to you by Leiter Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, represented injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. The legendary Uruguayan took the young, upcoming U.S. men's national team star to school there a bit. And it'll be Jordi Alba to deliver an outswinging far side and near side ball. He's got Rodriguez if he wants a short corner to his right. Alba strikes it into the box. To the inside of the box, it was headed away by Orlando City, cleared away, but on to Busquets, or make that fray just in front of the midfield circle. Good ball from the midfield. Alba, left box. Alba, Falcone in the middle, and he chunked a left-footed shot, and it checked up to Gallisset, who easily caught it into his chest. Falcone mishit it. If there's any pace, he was straight on, and he plants it. Oh, Maxi Falcone. He made contact, but that was as close to a whiff, making contact with the ball, as you're going to find. Glorious opportunity on a perfectly played ball from the midfield. Alba, a delicious delivery, and Falcone couldn't strike it with a plum. 43rd minute, and Orlando City makes its way into the left attacking third. This is Araujo, middle channel. Out of the outside left flank, Ojeda. Orlando City trying to lull Inter Miami's defense to sleep. In front of the midfield circle, Schlegel. Attacking midfield, Orlando City, right to left. They try to traverse with the ball. 43.5 minutes gone. I can't imagine we're going to have a ton of added time. Now on the right wing, it's Atuesta. Back to Freeman, 30 yards out. Freeman outside right channel. Into the middle, making a turn. This is Atuesta, middle channel. And I was going to send it to the outside. Left side, Brecalo. Got left of the box and now retreats momentarily along the near touchline. Orlando City trying to one-touch. DePaul nearly took it away from Araujo, but it's back on to Brecalo. 25 yards out, left channel. Heads to the inside, middle channel. Now Atuesta, back to Freeman outside the upper right. Busquets did really well to box him away. Now Bright gets Inter Miami out on the run. Messi to DePaul, defensive midfield, now attacking midfield. Midfield circle, DePaul has options, but he was a little bit unsure which direction he wanted to go. And Atuesta picked his pocket, and Orlando City back comfortably into its left attacking half. DePaul was just a little unsure what he wanted to do. Orlando City, Atuesta. Now Muriel on the left flank. Still plenty of distance between him and the Inter Miami goal. Angulo takes a pass, making a horizontal run. Back to Muriel as he gets to about 25 yards away. Muriel left of the penalty arc, sent a ball. Ojeda couldn't get on the end of it, but Inter Miami could not get possession. And Orlando City supporting from behind, Araujo. Orlando City, Muriel makes the turn, feeds it through. Maxi Falcone couldn't clear it, and it's a goal for Orlando City. Falcone's calling for a handball, but Atuesta planted it past Ustari from the top of the box. 1-0, Orlando City. Falcone thought it was a handball. He was sprawled on the ground, and Inter Miami got lulled to sleep. So Inter Miami concedes late, and that's actually Pasalic with the goal. That is his third against Inter Miami this season, his third in as many matches. Did he control it with his arm? That's the question. But for now, Pasalic has given Orlando City a 1-0 advantage. Disaster for Inter Miami, and Maxi Falcone couldn't clear. The referee is still standing outside the midfield circle. But Marco Pasalic, and they are going to check to see if it's a possible handball against Pasalic of Orlando City. DePaul, Falcone, Jordi Alba all pleading their case to the referee, Walter Lopez. Will Lopez. And this looks like it went off of the upper arm of Pasalic. Is the referee going to be summoned to the monitor? It's a goal. Orlando City 1, Inter Miami 0. Marco Pasalic has absolutely killed Inter Miami this season. Had a goal in the 3-0 Orlando City victory here in Fort Lauderdale. Had a goal August the 10th in the 4-1 Orlando City triumph in Central Florida. And here tonight, he gets the scoring started against Inter Miami, 1-0. And we are near the death of the first half. It was only one additional minute. That was likely the final kick. Extra time presented by your local South Florida Audi dealers. Test drive the Q6 e-tron today at your local South Florida Audi dealer or visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. Inter Miami defensive half, and boy, the air has been let out of this place here in South Florida. Inter Miami has been the better side in the first half. It's Orlando City with the lead. They missed a couple of glorious chances, but Maxi Falcone unable to shield Pasalic away from the ball, make a defensive clearance, and Inter Miami pays for it. 1-0 to the visitors, who are looking to make it a triple against Inter Miami this season. And Busquets couldn't get a ball through, and look out because Orlando City has runners racing in the left attacking half. This is Muriel. Muriel left attacking third. Sends a ball to Pasalic outside the penalty arc, left foot, and it is way too tall. But Pasalic looking for it all. Inter Miami's falling apart defensively. They need halftime in a desperate way. So Orlando City has grabbed control. There is the final whistle of the first half. Inter Miami will feel done wrong by several instances of the referee simply swallowing the whistle, with Inter Miami straight up mugged in dangerous areas, but Inter Miami's inability to clear, and you could see it coming. Orlando City just lulled Inter Miami to sleep. The goal for Marco Pasalic, that is his second of Leagues Cup play, and at halftime, Orlando City leads Inter Miami 1-0. Mike Rizzo has your halftime show. After this, from South Florida, this is Inter Miami football.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865, and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Here's Mike Rizzo.
A late goal by Marco Pasalic, who has really had Inter Miami's number so far this year. This is the third time our Herons are taking on Orlando City. And folks, as of now, it's 8-1 on the aggregate. It was 3-0 in game one. It was 4-1 in game two. And now it's 1-0 at halftime. Welcome on in, by the way, to your Inter Miami halftime show. Halftime at Chase Stadium. And that 45+1 goal is the difference right now for Orlando City. Orlando City has been pretty dangerous on the counter. Now, we're going to go through the highlights. There have been chances for Inter Miami. I do want to say the one highlight I do not have is of Orlando City and the one-on-one that Angulo, the left midfielder, that's Ivan Angulo, the left winger, from Colombia. He was one-on-one with Oscar Ustari and sent it right of the post. So this one really, folks, could be 2-0 as of right now in favor of Orlando City. But the good news is in football, we play two halves. And Inter Miami has a chance to take advantage of a second half timeout. And listen, there's no head coach Javier Mascherano isn't the one talking to his guys at halftime because Mascherano picked up that red card in the quarterfinals. So 1-0 halftime. We'll go through halftime stats in just a second. I do want to start with your highlights first. Now, Rodrigo De Paul had a pretty good first half. Now, De Paul had two chances, couple of finesses early on. Let's take a look, or rather, let's take a listen at the first shot Rodrigo De Paul had, and it was the first shot on target for Inter Miami.
De Paul, a shot with the right foot, and he tried to inward curl into the far post, and it sails wide, hits against the sponsor boards, but that is the first opportunity of the night for Inter Miami, and it comes in the 8th minute.
So a finesse by Rodrigo De Paul that darn near almost curled in really set Inter Miami up for some early momentum, and then De Paul again, second chance for him in the first half.
Back to De Paul, and a shot from 20 yards away outside the penalty arc, and Galasay had to dive to his right to send it away. It was destined for the upper left.
And Galasay, folks, the goalkeeper for Orlando City, has been a thorn in the side for our Inter Miami Herons. As I mentioned, on the aggregate right now, in the 3 games, our Herons are rather 2.5. It's halftime. 8-1 on the aggregate. And Galasay really has been a stone wall for Orlando City in those games. Now, the GOAT, Lionel Messi, is in the starting lineup, and he did have a chance early on. Let's take a listen to Messi.
Messi has it. Midfield circle. Beautifully played to Suarez. Left wing. Suarez up the left. Got by the defender. Oh, but he could not catch up with his last touch. Galasay had to slide into the middle of the box and take it off of the right foot of Luis Suarez. But Inter Miami almost hits on the counter.
Yeah, and then both teams really out on the counter. I told you the one highlight we don't have is the Angulo highlight, him one-on-one with the keeper. He sailed that right. That was the play before. Messi was carrying that momentum and having a chance. Now, let's listen to the goal. This is Marco Pasalic, the 24-year-old Croatian who really has just had his way with the Herons so far this year.
Orlando City, Muriel makes the turn, feeds it through. Maxi Falcone couldn't clear it, and it's a goal Falcone's calling for a handball, but Atuesta planted it past Ustari from the top of the box.
So I got the stats right here. Pasha Leach, back on August 10th, he had a goal against Inter Miami in the 4-2-1 win. And I believe, yes, he also had a goal against Inter Miami all the way back. We got to go as far back as May 18th in the 3-0 loss our Herons suffered. He had a goal in that game. He's got 3 goals in 3 matches so far. The young Croatian Marko Pasalic. Really, like, if I'm going to say, Galasay a thorn in the side, Pasalic certainly a thorn in the side. And also another thorn in the side was Luis Muriel, who I don't want to say was quiet. There was some good link-up play with Muriel in Orlando City in that first half. He's got a plethora of goals so far as well. 3 goals in 3 matches as of now. 3 goals in 2 heading in. Obviously 3 goals in 2.5. But I mentioned in the pregame that I was worried about the counterattacking of Orlando City. Thank goodness that Pasalic, or rather that Angulo, had that miss on the counter, but it was a brilliant goal by Pasalic. Now, I got to say, it could have been a handball as well. There was a possible handball on the Pasalic goal, but the referee did not go to the monitor, and he decided to keep the goal as is. So we are at halftime, as I've mentioned, 1-0, our Inter Miami Herons down to Orlando City. Before we send it back pitch side to the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken Levica, and our OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, I want to go through some halftime statistics. Let's start with our Herons. Inter Miami controlling possession, 51%. They have 5 total shots, 2 on target, 0 big chances. Orlando City, on the other half, they're enjoying 49% of the ball, so Inter Miami winning possession. 8 shots, 4 on target, 2 big chances. So really the big swings and momentum in the game have been for Orlando City. The Pasalic goal was a big chance, and the highlight I've been talking about, Ivan Angulo, the young Colombian left winger who was one-on-one with the keeper, that was considered a big chance and obviously a missed chance. So little halftime stats for you as we are gearing up for the second half. Leagues Cup action. Inter Miami down 1-0 against Orlando City. Quick reminder, the knockout stage second round game is going to be tonight as well in Leagues Cup. 2 MLS sides as well in the LA Galaxy and the Seattle Sounders. No Javier Mascherano on the sideline, but I do expect the assistant coach to possibly make some changes, and we will be listening to Ken Levica to see who possibly those changes could be at halftime. But 1-0, your halftime score is sending things back to Ken Levica pitch side on your Inter Miami radio network.
PNC Bank salutes you, Soccer on the Radio listener. While others will just read about the match, you're laser focused on every detail. At PNC Bank, we get it. We're all in on helping you make smart money moves and score your financial goals. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts and Brilliantly Boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Elevate your drive with the new 2026 Range Rover Velar P250S, where sleek design meets powerful performance. Lease it today for just $749 a month for 36 months, with $6,995 due at signing. This is your chance to command the road in signature Range Rover style. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and make sophistication yours. Land Rover, above and beyond.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS air conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire. It's Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Ken LaVicka.
Inter Miami has 45 minutes to save its Leagues Cup life. Orlando City 1, Inter Miami 0 in the semifinal of the Leagues Cup. The victor goes on to play whoever is triumphant in the second semifinal between Seattle Sounders and LA Galaxy. I am Ken LaVicka back at Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Oscar Gonzalez to my right, the OG on-site engineer. And back in the network studios in West Palm Beach, Mike Rizzo. Want to say a special hello to everybody listening in South Florida on ESPN 106.3 and the free Deportes Radio FC app, and listening internationally on YouTube. There is the whistle from the referee, Walter Lopez, and the second half underway. The difference in this match, an extra time first half goal from Marco Pasalic. It went to VAR to determine if he committed a handball. VAR decided no, and that is the difference. Orlando City now, as Mike Rizzo mentioned, an 8-1 aggregate advantage in the three matches these two sides have played against one another this season. No substitutions at halftime. Jordi Alba got ahead on a long ball. It's going to roll out of play, though, in the near corner for Orlando City. In the right attacking third, Alex Freeman, the U.S. men's national team man, with the throw-in from just in front of the corner flag. Baltasar Rodriguez able to come up in a defensive position and knock the ball across the near touchline. It'll still be a right attacking half throw-in for Orlando City. Left to right in the attack for the men in purple from Central Florida. Purple head to toe, white lettering, numbering, and trim. Inter Miami able to intercept the throw-in briefly, but it is given right back by Sergio Busquets. Orlando City quickly from defensive half to right attacking half. Angulo coming up the far touchline. Has it outside of the border, top of the box, far side, plays it into the attacking midfield, and now Orlando City goes back to work. Right portion of the midfield circle, Schlegel, now Freeman. Freeman, right flank, tried to lift a ball to a teammate making a horizontal run. Maxi Falcone wiped that out, and then Falcone with a horrible pass ends up right back on the feet of Freeman, 30 yards away. Maxi Falcone has had a night to forget for Inter Miami. He chunked what should have been probably a goal, and then Orlando City sliding from outside the penalty arc. Angulo trying to feed a ball, or make that Ojeda trying to feed a ball to Angulo. A nifty attempt, good hustle from Ojeda, but couldn't get enough on it, and it's deflected on Oscar Ustari. But back to Maxi Falcone, had a point-blank shot from just beyond the penalty spot that he chunked for an easy save for Pedro Galacé. And then Falcone was the one who could make the clearance that led to the Pasha Leach goal for Orlando City late in the first half, and then there, just giving the ball right back to Orlando City. Maxi Falcone, a diving header in his defensive third, puts his hands in the air in frustration, was able to play it back to Ustari, but Falcone is having some trouble tracking Orlando City attackers and keeping an eye on the ball. Falcone now puts a good ball onto Gonzalo Lujan in the defensive half. Inter Miami far touchline, right portion of the pitch. Orlando City came into tonight only allowing 9 shots on target against them, all Leagues Cup. 2 shots on target for Inter Miami in the first half. One of them, from Rodrigo to Paul, was absolutely excellent, and Gallisea to make a diving save. Inter Miami makes its way left attacking half. Here is Baltasar Rodriguez coming to the upper left, and he got trucked as he made his way towards the area. It's going to be a free kick for Inter Miami. Rodriguez goes to ground. The Orlando City defender was Schlegel for Orlando City. He is down. It looks like a card's going to come out for Rodrigo Schlegel. There is the yellow. That's the 3rd booking of the night for Orlando City, and we are just over 3 minutes in to the second half. Schlegel says, well, he ran into me, but Schlegel also just thrust his body in front of a hard-charging Baltasar Rodriguez. So Inter Miami just inside the left border of the box, upper left, about a yard outside of it. It's about 19 yards. And actually, it's about even with the left border of the box. Lionel Messi is going to strike the ball with his left foot. What's he going to do with it? That's the question. 1-0 Orlando City, 49th minute. Very early in this second half. Free kick opportunity for Inter Miami from 19 yards away. Even with the left border of the box. Messi looks on and awaits the whistle from the referee, Walter Lopez. Lopez is going to have to run in because in the massive humanity just outside the 6-yard box, he's going to have to tell some players to separate. Now he backs away, does the referee, and blows the whistle. Messi approaches. Messi, left foot. It's a low ball, and that is cleared away easily by Orlando City. Paced well, but nobody there to get on the end of it for Inter Miami. Now Alba feeds left box. Wanted Messi, got headed away by Rodrigo Schlegel, but Inter Miami is able to win a throw-in deep in its attacking half off a misplay from Orlando City. The throw-in goes by Alba. Busquets a nifty back heel to play it onto Rodriguez. And Inter Miami looked like they were going to turn it over, but they have it back. And Rodriguez, a good square ball, airborne. Rodriguez to DePaul, and DePaul another poor pass. Had that picked off by Ojeda, but Orlando City gave it right back. Rodriguez, middle channel, 20 yards out, back to DePaul. Now Rodriguez on the right wing. Inter Miami going backwards. Oh, the threaded needle ball from Rodriguez. Alba swipes a left-footed ball, top of the box. Suarez, a left-footed shot, and it took a deflection off of Schlegel and bounced right into the arms of Pedro Gallisea. So 50th minute, Inter Miami showing some life in the attack, down 1-0, but nothing to show for it. The Orlando City back line has been a fortress tonight. Brekalo, Janssen, Schlegel, Freeman getting feet on everything, bodies on everything, but Inter Miami just needs to keep hacking away. Inter Miami has it in their right defensive half in the midfield. To the right of the midfield circle, it's Gonzalo Lujan. Lujan sends an attacking half, far touchline, Ian Frey. Javier Mascherano suspended, first-year Inter Miami manager due to the red card that he received along the touchline against Tigres in the quarterfinal of this tournament. This is the semifinal of the Leagues Cup. Inter Miami 2023 champions of the inaugural Leagues Cup tournament. Baltasar Rodriguez sends the ball middle channel. Sergio Busquets as Inter Miami camps out in the left attacking half. DePaul in front of the midfield circle, gives it Messi on the right wing. Oh, nifty ball to Bright from the right area. He delivered it to the 6-yard box. Suarez went down. Alba tried to feed a ball low to the penalty arc. That was swiped away. Orlando City calls for penalty, went unheeded by the referee. A playthrough attempted by Messi, and that is intercepted again by Orlando City. Muriel tried to get through 2 defenders. Busquets goes down. He's hurt. He's clutching at an ankle. The throw-in is going to be awarded to Inter Miami. Inter Miami continuing to have trouble accounting for Luis Muriel and Martin Ojeda. the top two of this 4-4-2 for Orlando City. And actually, it's going to be an Orlando City throw in. My apologies. In their attacking midfield near side, that's the right portion of the pitch. So Alex Freeman will handle the duties. Inter Miami has led only one match of their 5 in Leagues Cup play. Oh, here's a swiped ball off the throw-in. It found Angulo after it was sent 40 feet in the air, left of the box. Angulo got by Lujan. Angulo, top of the area, finally tackled away by Inter Miami and Baltasar Rodriguez. But Orlando City stays on it, still in the attacking half. Left to right in the attack, Orlando City. Here's Muriel. Muriel comes out to receive, swiped away by Suarez. And Orlando City's going to have to grab possession again in their left defensive half. Into the midfield circle, and coming across the midfield stripe is Schlegel to the right of the midfield O. Now Freeman will one-touch it back to Schlegel just inside the defensive half. Square ball, far side, wants Angulo. Oh, a high leaping interception of that ball by Ian Frey. Frey off to the races. Left attacking half, far touchline. Ian Frey coming forward still. Frey 1v1. Frey right of the box, and his cross was blocked, but it's across the far end line, and it's going to be a throw or a corner for Inter Miami. Far side and near side, and the crowd appreciates the effort from Ian Frey. All corners for Inter Miami, brought to you by Lytle, Ryder Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath. Represented injured people and their families for more than 35 years. Visit foryourrights.com. Messi, left-footed in-swinger, far side and near side on this corner. He approaches, puts his foot into it, swings it to the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away by Orlando City. Played back to Lujan of Inter Miami. Lujan's going to angle right with the dribble and give it to the far right touchline. This is Lionel Messi. Messi turns to the inside. Messi, here he comes on a left foot. Messi able to get around a defender. He shed out to Weston. Now Messi to the penalty arc. Lob to left box. Bright heads to the middle. And it was struck away by Janssen of Orlando City. Played back though for Inter Miami. But finally Orlando City from the penalty arc skies one into the midfield. And now the race is on. Muriel against Lujan. Muriel touched it across the far touchline. Well done by Lujan to get physical with the broad-shouldered Luis Muriel, who has 3 goals in this Leagues Cup. Inter Miami quickly off the throw-in, back to work, but Alba opted to play back to Ustari, who's off his line about 10 yards outside his own box. Ustari, the veteran goalkeeper for Inter Miami. Now, here is Ian Frey for Inter Miami. Left attacking third. Oh, trying to curl the ball into Suarez. Here's Messi near the penalty area. Now left to the penalty arc on a loose ball. Inter Miami wins it with Rodriguez. Now Messi makes a turn right foot outside the penalty arc. Messi sprays it. Right box. Played right onto Schlegel from the right box. Rodrigo to Paul. Another bad ball. What is happening to Rodrigo to Paul? And the crowd boos. And now Angulo off a ball played from the defensive half. Gets to it for Orlando City. He's going to be 1v1 with Busquets. Upper left. And Busquets hit him. And the referee says Angulo just took a dive after making contact with Busquets. So Inter Miami's going to try and hit on the counter. Inter Miami with DePaul. Left attacking half. Sends it back to Frey. Far touchline. He's nearly left to the area, sends it back to the right flank for DePaul. Now Messi. Messi got through one defender, dispossessed after a second defender able to get it. But now Messi, right box, cuts it back right foot, still has it left foot, but a shot blocked again. Orlando City collapsing all over Messi, and the clearance high into this South Florida weekday night. But Maxi Falcone keeps the ball into the left attacking half with an acrobatic header. Now here comes Yannick Bright, left wing. Bright to the middle channel, Busquets, he's about 35 yards away. Busquets will send a ball airborne, knee down by Ian Frey, far touchline. Frey's been busy in the second half. 1-0, Orlando City, 56th minute. DePaul sends a ball right wing to left wing. Bright on to Alba. Alba swings in, a left-footed cross, and how did Suarez not get a touch on it? Suarez was unmarked right up the middle, and he could not get a touch on a ball that surely would have found the back of the net. Oh, Luis Suarez is sick. Oh my goodness, Alba could not have delivered a better cross. How did Suarez not get on the end of that? Inter Miami was trying to argue that Schlegel Galassi, the goalkeeper, got a touch on it. The referee says no, it's a goal kick for Orlando City. In the 57th minute, 1-0, Orlando City leads Inter Miami. The 45+1 goal from Marco Pasalic, his third this season against Inter Miami, one in each of the matches played between these two. Maxi Falcone's going to intercept a ball in the Inter Miami left attacking half. Great hustle to race past Mariel in the middle. Now to Paul up the middle channel. Oh, he wanted to play it through, and then the ball is going to carry him back to Galassi of Orlando City. He shanks a ball across the far touchline. Inter Miami has a deep left attacking third far side throw-in. Inter Miami applying some pressure here, and Orlando City looks a little bit flustered. But can Inter Miami take advantage? Into the 58th minute, Orlando City 1, Inter Miami 0. Can Inter Miami keep its Leagues Cup dreams alive and somehow figure out Orlando City for the first time this season? Inter Miami once again right attacking third. Here's Yannick Bright on the right wing. Sends it middle channel in front of the midfield circle for Falcone. He'll shuffle a ball to Alba, 35 yards away. Now left of the box, Rodriguez. Rodriguez, oh, a nutmeg. Rodriguez into the left box, and then it's finally cleared by Schlegel of Orlando City. The referee comes in. Inter Miami saying it has a throw-in along the near touchline. The referee making sure Schlegel's okay. Inter Miami is going to have a near side throw-in, near touchline, left of the box. Take 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. It's Inter Miami football.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Ken LaVicka with you, Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Semifinal of the Leagues Cup, 59:30 on the clock. 1-0 Inter Miami trails Orlando City. With Oscar Gonzalez, the OG on-site engineer, I am Ken LaVicka. Mike Rizzo back to the network studios in West Palm Beach. It's Inter Miami on the ball, left attacking half. Now no longer on the ball is Orlando City with an interception and a foul against Baltasar Rodriguez as he ran into Eduard Atuesta, midfielder against midfielder. And Orlando City will have a free kick in its defensive half. A whole lot of Inter Miami players are getting loose beyond the end line to our left. Orlando City with the goal scorer Pasalic. He had his pocket picked by Jordi Alba. Alba trying to get Inter Miami on the run. Yannick Bright makes a full turn in the defensive half. Feeds a perfect ball, Alba. Alba, 30 yards away, sends a ball to Messi. Outside the upper right, Messi into the box. Messi could not keep possession, stayed with it though. Messi still in the box, turns, and he had it blocked away by Araujo. He got around 5 defenders, but the shot could not find a path, and Orlando City is going to clear in the defensive half. Great job by Lujan, though, to head it back into the attacking half. Rodriguez for Inter Miami. Square ball, DePaul, right flank. DePaul into the middle, 35 yards away, Bright. Now Busquets plays it short range. Rodriguez holds up with the right hand, or right foot. Now Busquets will spray a ball right flank. Lujan coming up from his center back position to get involved in the attack. Now Ian Frey, the right back. We are past the hour mark. Suarez comes outside the box to play a ball. Now takes it about 25 yards away, outside right channel, and not a good attempt at a delivery to Ian Frey as it rolls across the end line. Goal kick, Orlando City to the right of goal. Boy, Lionel Messi was absolutely superb before his inability to get a shot past Schlegel, who came in late defensively. Substitution for Orlando City. Atuesta is going to leave the match for Orlando City. In comes Jeran Gerbet. So the first substitution of the match is Orlando City. Gerbet in for Atuesta. We are almost into the 62nd minute. And Inter Miami is desperately looking for an equalizer. They want to play for a trophy on Sunday. It would be the third piece of silverware in club history. But they also don't want to get swept 3 matches by their rival, Inter Miami, off of a long ball into the midfield. Here is Baltasar Rodriguez, and he's grabbed and fouled by Araujo of Orlando City. So Inter Miami's going to have, from distance, an attacking midfield left portion of the pitch free kick. Looks like Tadeo Allende is up and ready to come in for Inter Miami. Allende, a rare instance of him coming on as a substitute. He's going to come in just past the hour mark. Inter Miami with a quick restart on the free kick. And Maxi Falcone takes a pass from Busquets. Falcone coming up the left wing. He stops about 30 yards away. Middle channel, Messi. Everybody collapses on him. Messi threaded the needle on a ball to Suarez. Suarez couldn't control, and Orlando City is going to send it away, but a steal from Yannick Bright. Bright to the left of the box. Alba sweeps a left foot in. It went off of Messi. He couldn't control it. Good job, though, by Inter Miami and Baltasar Rodriguez to continue possession, and he's going to distribute to the attacking midfield, near the midfield stripe for Falcone. Baltasar Rodriguez has been absolutely phenomenal for Inter Miami tonight. Rodrigo to Paul, angling right on the dribble to the right flank. Now he'll deliver it to the right of the midfield stripe. Lujan, one touches it right back on it to Paul. 1-0 Orlando City. Ian Frey takes a pass from Inter Miami's to Paul. Frey is going to head towards the inside of the right wing and chunk a ball back to Lujan. Lujan surveys as he makes it to about 25 yards out. Feeds Ian Frey, right of the box. Frey backheels it to himself. Lost control for a second. An Orlando City player went down. The referee says play on, you're acting. And Inter Miami is going to continue, this time up the left side. Here's Rodriguez, and now the referee blows the play dead to go check on the flailing Orlando City player on the far side. Frustration is peaking now. And Brecalo took an open hand to the right side of his face, but went down as if he was punched. Tadeo Allende, who is he going to take off? That's the question. And it's going to be Baltasar Rodriguez. Interesting. Rodriguez has arguably been the best player on the pitch tonight for Inter Miami, and he comes off in the 64th minute. So Tadeo Allende enters in very poor form. Allende. 1-0 Orlando City. Inter Miami makes its first substitution. It's Tadeo Allende in for Baltasar Rodriguez. Galase, the veteran goalkeeper, the Peruvian captain, well off his line to the left of his own box, will send away the free kick from the defensive half, and it falls to Pashalic of Orlando City. He heads to the outside right channel, and he lost possession. Good job by Jordi Alba to get the ball back into the inside, the middle of the defensive half. Yannick Bright, who did some nifty dribbling to beat Busquets, right back onto Bright. Here comes Bright, who is grabbed from behind, and he lost the dribble. This is getting frustrating for Inter Miami. Orlando City, as they have the previous two meetings, they have shown their superior athleticism. Javier Mascherano, in his suite right above us, is absolutely frustrated, yelling down towards the pitch. Meanwhile, Orlando City, right attacking third. Look out, Angulo takes a ball from Ojeda. Ojeda fed it to Mariel after it was denied initially, and Mariel left to the box, able to send it back left wing and reset Orlando City. Araujo to the right of the midfield circle, and now it's played to Freeman outside right channel, 40 yards out. And Schlegel possesses now for Orlando City in the left defensive half. Midfield circle now far side, still in that defensive half, 66th minute. Orlando City eating up some time. Robin Jansson, the Sweden international. Inter Miami able to intercept the ball in their defensive midfield, and now here they come again. Here's DePaul, wants Allende. Left attacking third, kept it in play along the near touchline. Plays it back to Alba, who charges forward. Malba, square ball. It's sent to the right wing outside the upper right fray. Now Messi. Messi dances. Now he's going to lob it into the box. Wanted Allende, never got there. And then Orlando City desperately delivers it about 30 yards out. Busquets on the chase, and Busquets gets it along the near touchline. Still in the left attacking half for Inter Miami. Alba lobs the ball back post, and Galase leaping up over Messi to make the catch. Messi goes tumbling, Galase goes tumbling, and it's going to be Galase's ball, Orlando City. The whistle rightfully stays unblown. 67-21, 67-22, 67-23. Well, Orlando City came into tonight 20 shots on target in the Leagues Cup. Inter Miami, 20 shots on target. But how about this for shot accuracy? Orlando City, 47%. Inter Miami, only 33%. And we've seen that play out a bit here tonight. Inter Miami just unable to put shots on target. Orlando City has. And here's a steal. There was collision between Allende in the midfield and Freeman. Freeman went down. Allende simply went and got the ball. And now Orlando City has Freeman challenge Allende, and Inter Miami, as the ball rolls across the near end line, will have a throw in right to left in the attack, in their attacking portion. The throw into Yannick Bright. He is going to distribute a ball into the defensive half to Falcone. He will swipe it into the midfield circle for DePaul, and here comes Inter Miami charging forward once again, down 1-0. 68.5 minutes gone here in Fort Lauderdale. Orlando City with the advantage. DePaul, right wing, 30 yards away. DePaul, right foot, rolls the ball onto Suarez. Suarez, now to Messi. Messi coming right up the middle channel. Messi to Allende. Messi was tripped up, taken down, just outside the penalty arc, and a yellow is shown to Orlando City. And Lionel Messi will have a free kick right where he likes it, just outside the penalty arc. And he's going to have the wide side of goal to work with. Yeah, he got absolutely bodied by Cesar Araujo. So this is going to come from right around 25 yards from Lionel Messi. A direct free kick. A direct free kick for Inter Miami. This is probably a little over 25 yards away. Can Messi put enough on it to make Galatasaray have to work for it? 1-0, Orlando City leads Inter Miami. As we approach 70 minutes here in South Florida, and the crowd murmurs, buzzes, rises. Lionel Messi with a free kick from just beyond 25 yards. This is straight on. Messi, the Argentinian legend. Galatasaray, the Peruvian legend. The crowd chants Messi. We await the whistle from Walter Lopez, the referee. The wall is set. Messi approaches left foot, and he skied it over the upper right. Messi is upset with himself as he screams to the heavens after that miss hit. He was trying to nestle it in upper right, but he was well under it. And Orlando City is time wasting a bit here. Talasco Segovia about to come on for Inter Miami as he takes off the penny and puts on the pink shirt. Galatasaray sends a free kick away with his left foot high into the air, makes the midfield circle. Allende got a head on it, almost found Suarez. But Schlegel cut in front and won it for Orlando City. Orlando City has been so opportunistic tonight. But another Orlando City turnover. Good job by Maxi Falcone again. Busquets, good ball control now to Yannick Bright. Poor ball control from Rodrigo to Paul, and it leaked through his right foot. So Orlando City has it in its defensive half. Rodrigo to Paul just looks flat-footed and tired here tonight. Angulo, about 10 yards in front of the midfield stripe, right attacking half, far side for Orlando City. It's played back into the defensive half for Schlegel. Schlegel's had a good night defensively for Orlando City. Good job by Lujan to intercept the ball for Inter Miami, and then a push in the back from Orlando City and Inter Miami's right defensive half. Quick restart, and the referee says that was too quick a restart, and Inter Miami's going to have the ball sent all the way back. Right idea for DePaul, but the referee said Orlando City wasn't ready. And here comes the substitution. Gonzalo Lujan will come off for Inter Miami. And on comes Talasco Segovia. Inter Miami needs something from the young Venezuelan. So Lujan's night is done. The second substitution, Talasco Segovia for Gonzalo Lujan on the Inter Miami side, and he comes in the 72nd minute. Segovia's first touch comes 35 yards away, left flank, and he pushes a ball back into the Inter Miami right defensive half. Busquets attacking half, right of the midfield circle, gives it Messi, who's 40 yards away. Rolls the ball to DePaul. Now Segovia, right wing to Frey. Outside the right portion of the box. An Orlando City player is down in the box. DePaul is going to spray a ball from the middle to the left. It never got to Alba. And look out, Alex Freeman. Freeman hard charging. Two good athletes. Freeman and Bright going at one another, and it's a foul against Yannick Bright along the end line. Freeman might have brought himself to the turf more than Bright making contact. The Orlando City manager, Oscar Pareja, desperate for a card, but Bright was shoulder to shoulder with Freeman. So it's not like he impeded his progress. 73rd minute, Orlando City in its attacking half right side. Play is restarted from the near touchline, and Inter Miami wins it again with Maxi Falcone. So Inter Miami is going to try and play out of the back. Alba plays it to the right of his own box. Ustari sweeps a left foot into it, sends it high in the air, and it is headed to Rodrigo DePaul of Inter Miami in the middle of the defensive half. Now Lionel Messi, defensive portion, midfield circle. Messi heads to his left. Messi still going, shoulders a defender off the ball. Was able to shed Cherbet and then distributes to Alba near left touchline. His cross into the box. Allende, he got a head on it. It was saved, but then a point to the spot. Allende was being held the entire time. Foul in the box. Orlando City. Inter Miami is going to the spot for a potential game-leveling penalty. Allende still nearly scored despite being held. It's going to be Tadeo Allende drawing the penalty. He was held the entire way. My goodness. That was Brecalo who picked up his second yellow. He's going to... Have they shown him red yet? That's his second yellow. So Messi's going to take the penalty. The referee is getting the confirmation from VAR. Brecalo has been shown red. So Orlando City's down to 10 men. And Lionel Messi puts the ball on the spot. What a ball from Jordi Alba, whipping it in. Brecalo collects his second yellow. He has been sent off. Orlando City down to 10 men. Allende held in the box, got a header with a ton of pace that Galese saved, but the damage had already been done. Galese, who had a save in the penalties triumph, penalty kicks against Toluca in the quarterfinal of the League's Cup, will face Lionel Messi. Everybody clears out of the box. Lionel Messi trying to score for the first time in the League's Cup. Brecalo is taking forever to come off. Oscar Pareja screaming from the Orlando City touchline. Lionel Messi crouches near the ball, looks up at Galese. Messi has Inter Miami's League Cup dreams on his left foot. He backs up near the top of the border of the box as the referee Walter Lopez retreats. Messi to level us 1-1. Messi from the spot approaches, left foot, scored! Inside the right post. He shuffled his feet and he beat Galese with a well-struck left-footed penalty. We're level in the 76th minute. Messi converts an Inter Miami penalty. It's their fourth conversion of the League's Cup. Inter Miami won, Orlando City won. Game on in South Florida. And Orlando City's down to 10 men. High drama in Fort Lauderdale. And it was the second half substitute today, Allende, who made it all happen. Make making himself present, making himself dangerous, and being a target. Orlando City restarts play. Here we go at minute number 77. And we start again, 1-1, Inter Miami and Orlando City. Orlando City can't possess in their defensive half, but now they have it in their defensive portion, left side of the pitch, and Yannick Bright commits a foul in the midfield circle, as Joran Gerbet took a hit in the back from Bright. 1-1. Pashalic, 45+1 for Orlando City. Messi, a penalty conversion, 73rd minute for Inter Miami. Orlando City right attacking half. Inter Miami cannot fall asleep defensively, trying to chase the win. Here's Ojeda. He lifts the ball to the left of the box. Angulo has it for Orlando City. He tried to feed it short range to Mariel, and that was ripped away by Rodrigo DePaul. Inter Miami trying to come forward out of the defensive half. DePaul to the inside and rolls it to Maxi Falcone with a lot of green grass around him. And Falcone is going to sprint forward across the midfield stripe. Left attack in half. Feeds it Alba along the near touchline, 35 yards away. Now to the left of the midfield circle, it's Yannick Bright. Sends it opposite side of that circle to DePaul. And now, Lionel Messi coming from the right wing. Messi still going into the box. Messi still going. Trying to fit it to the middle for Suarez. And it was poked away at the last moment, but Inter Miami wins it back. Left attacking third. Segovia to Messi. Lifts it in the box. All sorts of contact in the box and a foul against Inter Miami. It's going to go against Luis Suarez, who came together with Robin Janssen. But Inter Miami continuing to threaten. And a yellow has been shown to Luis Suarez. That's the second booking of the night. Suarez and Frey are both in Walter Lopez's book. Orlando City, they have 4 yellows shown, 2 of them to David Brecalo, who has been sent off. Orlando City has just sent substitutions on. Ramiro Enrique has entered for Orlando City. As Oscar Pareja looks to try and find a game winner. Adrian Marin in as well for Orlando City. We'll tell you who subbed off in just a moment. Oh, it is drama-filled here in Fort Lauderdale. Inter Miami's going to win the ball in their right defensive third. 1-1 Inter Miami and Orlando City. And here comes Inter Miami again. Into the left attack in half. Segovia angles right with his dribble near the midfield circle, gave it off to Bright, and now outside the attacking right portion of the midfield circle is Rodrigo DePaul. The Argentine over to Yannick Bright. Now Jordi Alba. Left touch line. He heads to the left wing. Alba swipes the left foot. Right box, chested down, and a ball could not be delivered by Ian Frey into the middle. He tried to strike it onto Luis Suarez, who was lurking, but could not. Off balance, he acrobatically kept it in play. Deliver a feed, and it goes across the end line for an Inter Miami, or for a Orlando City goal kick, I should say. It was Ramiro Enrique in for Luis Mariel. Orlando City is time wasting again, much to the dismay of the crowd. And Orlando City briefly off the goal kick had it in their defensive half, but then Maxi Falcone heads it on to Ustari, and he is going to sidewind with his right hand the ball to Jordi Alba. 81.5 minutes. Adrian Marin took out Pashalic of Orlando City, the goal scorer. Inter Miami, left wing. Segovia just outside the upper left of the box. Finds Alba to the left of the box. His feed to the top of the 6-yard area. That was headed away by Orlando City. It was pinballed back in by Yannick Bright. Orlando City tried to clear, and then Jordi Alba misplayed a ball across the touchline in Inter Miami's attacking half. So Orlando City will have a throw-in. 82nd minute. We are 1-1 here in South Florida. to throw it in for Orlando City. And he sent it to the attacking half. 2 players hit the ground. Falcone and Enrique. The referee didn't blow a whistle on either. And then Orlando City players are diving all over the place. Araujo just threw himself to the ground in the Inter Miami defensive half looking for a whistle, and the referee said nothing doing. And now Inter Miami lurches back into the attacking half. Left side of the pitch, right to left in the attack. Alba feeds Segovia. Segovia retreating to the left wing. Now Alba, 25 yards away on the outside left channel to Segovia. Into the middle, and he'll send a square ball to Ian Frey on the right flank. He distributes wisely to Busquets about 40 yards away straight on. Welcome to minute number 83 in this 1-1 match. Semifinal of the League's Cup. 1-1 Inter Miami, Orlando City. DePaul, left wing. To the top of the penalty arc, Messi retrieves. Trying to snake a ball through to Suarez. Keeping it in play was Busquets, sliding to do it, and Inter Miami still asking questions. Alba into the box, wants Galatasaray. Allende headed in, and it's sent it over the bar. Oh, Allende and Galatasaray made contact. Today, Allende is making some of the best runs he's made all season. Alba nearly found Allende, and boy, Galatasaray hit him across the forehead. Galatasaray's still down, but I promise you, Galatasaray did not take the punishment that Allende did. We welcome you to the Inter Miami Radio Network as we approach the 84th minute. Inter Miami 1, Orlando City 1. Inter Miami trying to vanquish Orlando City for the first time this season. Galatasaray still down. Orlando City continuing to time waste. This has been the case for the vast majority of the second half. I'm Ken Levicka, the OG Oscar Gonzalez to my right, on-site engineer. If we don't have another goal scored here in the remaining 6 minutes on however many additional minutes are tacked on, we go to penalties to determine who's headed to the final of the League's Cup. Galatasaray puts a big left boot into this goal kick. Orlando City headed it towards the Inter Miami goal, but Falcone played it back into the top of his own box where Ustari catches on a hop, and a great sidearm right-handed distribution to Alba. Alba, near side to far side, has Messi. Messi in the inside right channel. Messi feeds a ball right of the box, Ian Frey. Frey turns, cross to the left of the penalty arc, onto Messi. Now Suarez, oh, he tried to play it onto Segovia, and Segovia could not get a foot on it in the right box. If he controls it, he's 1v1 with the keeper. Oh, that was absolute tiki-taka mastery, except Segovia could not finish. 85.5 minutes gone. Orlando City's down to 10 men. Inter Miami desperately trying to push forward. Desperately trying to find a game winner to avoid penalties. Both sides have gone to penalties. Orlando City twice. They lost their League's Cup opener in penalties, but won in the quarterfinals over Toluca. Inter Miami beat Necaxa in the second match of the group stage. Inter Miami on the ball once again, and here's Jordi Alba just to the attacking side of the midfield stripe. I don't know what Rodrigo de Paul was doing, just overstepped the ball, but Luis Suarez won it for Inter Miami, and he sweeps it far right touchline. Here's Messi into the left attacking third. Messi outside the upper right. Messi in the penalty arc, finds the ball left of the penalty arc. Alba from the left box, and he put a shot off the near left post. Galatasaray, did he make contact with it? I don't think so. Galatasaray, though, ran his arm into the post, and now he's clutching at it in pain. Yeah, went off the outside of the left post from Jordi Alba, who was trying to slot it past Galatasaray, who was hugging that near post. 86-47, 86-48. Galatasaray once again taking his time to the whistles of displeasure from the Inter Miami fans right behind him. Galatasaray from the border of his 6-yard box high into the air, and Inter Miami will win a throw-in in its defensive half. Unable to keep it in play was Martin Ojeda. 87 minutes and change here in the second half. And Inter Miami with a man advantage once again tries to get into the attacking half. They do with Segovia. Oh, what a pass. Sent a defender sprawling onto Busquets. Now Jordi Alba 30 yards away. Playing on the outside here, near the touchline is DePaul. Lays it off, Alba left of the box. Alba with his left foot stops play, sends it off to the left wing. DePaul into the middle for Bright. Now Messi didn't get a lot on an attempt to feed the left box, but Jordi Alba won it back. Now Messi in the left box. Alba back to Messi. He scored from just outside the left 6-yard box. What a beat, Alba. Messi, 2 touches in the goal. It was perfection. Inter Miami on top in the 88th minute. Lionel Messi, absolute magic. Lionel Messi may have just put Inter Miami into the League's Cup final. It is a madhouse in South Florida. The build-up's been there. The pressure's been there. And Inter Miami answers the bell. And it can only be Lionel Messi. Inter Miami with an assist from Jordi Alba. Messi to Alba to Messi, and it is gorgeous. It is sparkling, and it is dramatic. Oh, this place is absolutely electric right now. Crowd chants Messi, who went over to celebrate with his sons. Inter Miami is on the verge of vanquishing a semifinal demon that conquered them in the CONCACAF Champions Cup against Vancouver. But they need to hang on. This is a massively resilient Orlando City side. 2 substitutions. Tyrese Spicer for Orlando City will take off Cesar Araujo. Duncan McGuire, former U.S. men's national team man, about to check in. It'll be Ivan Angulo who heads off for Orlando City. 2-1, Inter Miami over Orlando City. We are past 90 minutes. 6 minutes of extra time. Put on your seatbelts, hang on, here we go. Orlando City down to 10-man and down 2-1 on the scoreline. Jordi Alba wins the ball in Inter Miami's defensive half. Now to Paul into the center circle, Bright. Now Messi, 1 touches to DePaul. Sprays it forward, Segovia's onside. Upper left of the box, Segovia right foot. Segovia into the middle, on to Segovia, goal! It's 3 for Inter Miami! Suarez the assist, brings up, plays through Segovia, 3-1, Inter Miami. We'll see you Sunday night for the League's Cup Final. 3 second half goals, and Inter Miami is going to play for a trophy. Inter Miami with a gutsy, courageous, overwhelming second half. That will absolutely bring this one to an end. It does not get any more beautiful than the last 2 goals for Inter Miami. Alba to Messi, Suarez to Segovia, and they unlock Orlando City. Oscar Paredes, the 6th-year manager for Orlando City, down on 1 knee in disbelief as Inter Miami has taken the 2x4 to the Orlando City cranium. And we have 4 minutes left to play, and Inter Miami has the 3-1 lead. Messi with a brace. Alba with an assist. Suarez with an assist. Segovia with a goal. And Orlando City restarts play. It'll be Freeman to take it near touchline, right attacking third. Freeman had a pass deflected by DePaul and sent high into the air by Alba. Now Orlando City into the penalty arc, but Ojeda couldn't play through, but a foul against Busquets, and it'll be a free kick for Orlando City as we approach 93 minutes. So Busquets is shown a yellow by the referee, Walter Lopez, and we're going to have Tomas Aviles come on for Inter Miami as Javier Morales, in for the suspended Javier Mascherano, starts to unload his bench. So Aviles, it was Messi who got a yellow. It might have been Busquets. It's going to be Ojeda. A very dangerous free kick from just outside the penalty arc. This is a direct free kick. This will be from 23 yards out. Martin Ojeda, 14 goals in MLS play, 3 goals in Leagues Cup play. The whistle from the referee, and the shot goes right into the wall. Getting it back was Ojeda, and he sprays a shot wide of the right post. And Jordi Alba flails his arms, tells the crowd, get up, let's go. 2 minutes left to go. Inter Miami grabbed this match by the collar. Messi delivered the crippling blow, and Segovia delivered the knockout blow. So here's Tomas Aviles. And off comes Yannick Bright, who did everything for Inter Miami in the second half. He continues to be Inter Miami's most valuable Swiss Army knife. Yannick Bright, a well-deserved congratulations as he heads to the bench. He had a quiet first half. He was magnificent in the second half when Inter Miami had to finally find its footing in this match. Ustari with the goal kick, and Inter Miami will win it in its defensive half. DePaul onto Alba, great feed into the attacking half for Segovia. DePaul sweeps it back to Alba in the right defensive half. We have less than a minute left to go. Inter Miami will take on the winner of Seattle Sounders or LA Galaxy. DePaul is fouled in the defensive half. Inter Miami in no rush to restart play. Inter Miami fans, your side is playing for a trophy on Sunday, and we'll have it right here for you on the Inter Miami Radio Network. Inter Miami has finally figured out Orlando City, and Inter Miami is going to win the most important Florida derby that's ever been played. Inter Miami is going to have an offensive half near side throw-in. Alba takes his time. Alba throws to the attacking half, has Segovia along the near touchline. Segovia wins the ball. Inter Miami, can they get a fourth? Here's Suarez. He sent a ball to the right wing behind Allende, who had to go retrieve. Allende, now to Suarez, outside the upper right. To the right of the area, here's Spray, and he wanted a far post feed to Tadeo Allende. It goes across the left end line. We are past the 6 minutes tacked on, as Inter Miami awaits the final whistle from the referee. Walter Lopez backing towards the midfield stripe. Galassi delivers the ball back into play. Orlando City with Freeman in the defensive half. Sends a square ball to Spicer in the right attacking half left wing. Spicer outside the upper left, and his shot is well wide and above Ustari's Inter Miami goal. 7 rows into the seats along the south end of Chase Stadium. Still awaiting that final whistle to send Inter Miami into the final on Sunday. Ustari takes his time as he places the ball on the top border of the 6-yard box. Ustari looks on, approaches, right foot into it. Blast it into the midfield. There is the final whistle. Inter Miami, an overwhelming, an exceeding, an excellent second half. And Inter Miami, it took them 3 tries, but they finally beat Orlando City. And Inter Miami will play on Sunday night for a second Leagues Cup trophy. 2 goals for Lionel Messi. 1 from the spot, 1 from the run of play. The knockout blow to Talasco Segovia. Alba and Suarez with assists. It was Allende who drew the penalty. And Inter Miami upends Orlando City 3-1. And Inter Miami wins the semifinal on home turf. Regardless of what happens tonight between Seattle and LA Galaxy, Inter Miami will have to travel to the West Coast to win this championship. They won the 2023 Leagues Cup on the road. They're going to have to do the same thing, but out in either Seattle or Los Angeles, because Inter Miami has to defer to LA Galaxy, who, yes, they're the worst team in MLS this season, but they get home field advantage because of the fact they won the MLS Cup last year. Seattle, meanwhile, had the most goals in the group stage between them and Inter Miami, so they get home field advantage over Inter Miami. So Inter Miami's going to have to do it the hard way, go all the way to the Pacific to win a Leagues Cup, but the bottom line is Inter Miami has a chance to play for the Leagues Cup. They went down 1-0 right before halftime, but Inter Miami absolutely punishes Orlando City in the second half. Inter Miami 3, Orlando City 1. Lionel Messi is your man of the match. Scores from the spot, scores on a beautiful ball from Jordi Alba, and the celebration is on in South Florida. Inter Miami is 90 minutes away from putting another trophy in the trophy case here in Fort Lauderdale. Lionel Messi helped deliver Inter Miami's first ever silverware in the 2023 Leagues Cup, and he's trying to do it a second time. A team photo taking place on the pitch right now. Sergio Busquets is being honored for his 100th appearance in an Inter Miami shirt, and he does it in style as Inter Miami takes down Orlando City 3-1. Mike Rizzo has your post-game show in just a couple of moments, but again, Lionel Messi is the man of the match. We do not know match times yet for the Leagues Cup final. We do know it's going to be Sunday night. When? Not quite sure. We'll find that out in just a couple of hours from now at the conclusion of LA Galaxy and Seattle Sounders. So Inter Miami is into the Leagues Cup final. Will it be Seattle or LA Galaxy the opponent? We'll know by early on Thursday morning. Your final scoreline for a final time from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Inter Miami 3, Orlando City 1. For Oscar Gonzalez, the OG on-site engineer, I'm Ken LaVicka. Mike Rizzo has your post-game show in the network studios in West Palm Beach. Right after this, Inter Miami in the Leagues Cup final, victorious in the semifinal. This is Inter Miami football.
A bicycle kick is a risky move, and risky can be exciting for soccer, but not for your money. PNC Bank believes boring is better. It's the smart and steady way to manage your finances and save the excitement for all you want to do in life. See how at pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud to sponsor Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985 and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Marlins fans, can't get enough of our City Connect jerseys? On Sunday, September 7th, the first 8,000 fans at the ballpark will score a limited edition City Connect Marlins soccer jersey, presented by UHealth, featuring the same iconic teal and pink colors. Celebrate South Florida and rep the retro wave while the Fish take on the Phillies. Plus, don't miss our fan favorite 4 for $44 deal, presented by Pepsi. Perfect for the whole family. Get your tickets today at marlins.com/tickets.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Now Messi in the left box. Alba back to Messi. He scored from just outside the left 6-yard box. What a beat, Alba. Messi, 2 touches in the goal. It was perfection. Inter Miami on top in the 88th minute. Lionel Messi, absolute magic. Lionel Messi may have just put Inter Miami into the League's Cup final. It is a madhouse in South Florida.
That's how it's done. That's how you work a second half. What a tale of two halves in this game. Inter Miami on their way to the League's Cup final. 3-1 winners over our rival, Orlando City. At halftime, I told you guys, it was 8-1 on the aggregate. In favor of Orlando City. Inter Miami 3 goals in the second half. Orlando City did not score in that second half. Pashalic had the only goal for Orlando City in 45 plus extra time in that first half. And the Herons are on their way to play for some silverware. They won this thing back in 2023. Lionel Messi trying to win the League's Cup for a second time in his career. Welcome on in, folks, to your Inter Miami postgame show. I'm your host, Mike Rizzo. 3-1 Winners, Inter Miami over Orlando City. Let's get you some match facts. So the last time I spoke to you was halftime. Inter Miami had about 5 total shots and none on target. Well, that changed. Second half, 14 total shots, 6 on target, 4 big chances. Inter Miami dominating this second half and taking control of the game. Now, for Orlando City, 41%, 11 total shots, 4 on target, 2 big chances. Their 2 big chances came in the first half. You had Angulo one-on-one with Oscar Ustari after countering Inter Miami, and he was unable to put it in the back of the net. But our Herons dominating the second half, getting the win, even though Pasalic had that goal in the first half. By the way, Pasalic, it was his 3rd goal in 3 games. 3rd goal in 3 games against our Herons. But Messi, way too dominant in this one. Lionel Messi, a brace in the game. He had a spot penalty kick. He had a PK. And he had that brilliant goal you just heard heading into the segment. Well, we have our second Leagues Cup game about to begin. Actually, it is in action right now. It kicked off at 10:45. Not in action yet. It was supposed to kick off at 10:45, but folks, we know how this side of the hemisphere of football works. Probably at 10:55, 10:54 kickoff. So we are moments away from getting the ball rolling against, or rather, the LA Galaxy facing off against Seattle. They're going to get the ball rolling at Dignity Health Sports Park on the West Coast. But the final score, Inter Miami 3 and Orlando City 1. Inter Miami beating Orlando City for the first time this year. I mentioned the 2 MLS fixtures that Inter Miami faced off against Orlando City in. They also played them in the preseason. The first win Inter Miami has over Orlando City. And, not to count the chickens too early, this could be a matchup in the MLS playoffs as well. So we might not be done yet with Orlando City. But tonight, man, I mean, is that not Messi magic? Is that not Messi magic in that second half? I mean, the PK and then the brilliant goal that Messi was able to score, cross-keep grounder. I mean, just absolutely pinpoint, precise location on that second goal. And I absolutely loved Messi celebrating with his kids after. I thought that was the coolest thing of the night. Messi hit his goal to make it 2-1, got his brace in the game, and he immediately ran over to his family and started celebrating with his boys. I mean, that's what it's about, honest to God. That's what it's about. And I think anybody can relate to how cool that is. Messi putting on a clinic in front of friends and family and fellow fans. I mean, that place was rocking. Chase Stadium was rocking in that second half. And, we have Messi to thank for it. We really do. Segovia, let's give him some credit. He scored that 3rd goal. He put things out of hand. Tadeo Allende, was crucial in that penalty being drawn. Jordi Alba with the assist to Lionel Messi. A lot of heroes tonight. But in my opinion, the man who wore the Batman cape tonight, Lionel Messi. And nothing different. Nothing us Inter Miami fans are not used to. Let's take our first time out of the postgame show. Folks, when we return, we'll hear all the highlights. I have the first half highlights. I have the second half highlights. Every goal scoring highlight. And obviously voicing the Inter Miami Herons on the call, Ken Levica. Great job again by the GOAT, Ken, voice of the Herons. So we'll hear his calls of the game, and I'll continue to break this one down. Final score, Inter Miami 3, Orlando City 1. We'll keep an eye on that second Leagues Cup game as well. Got a couple of segments of postgame coming your way on the Inter Miami Radio Network.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8-star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSIsyes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantlyboring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985 and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Segovia into the middle. Under Segovia. Goal! It's 3 for Inter Miami. Suarez the assist. Plays up. Plays through Segovia. 3-1. Inter Miami. We'll see you Sunday night for the League's Cup Final. 3 second half goals, and Inter Miami is going to play for a trophy.
Telasco Segovia calling game in the 92nd minute. 6 minutes of extra time. Segovia scoring 2 minutes into that, making things 3-1 and putting the nail in the coffin. Inter Miami will be playing for their second League's Cup trophy in 2 years. They won this thing back in 2023. Lionel Messi was a part of that team, and it was the first piece of silverware in our Herons history. So, special one. League's Cup is a special one, right? First trophy was always a special one. Going to win this one again, hopefully, coming up on Sunday. I'm seeing like 8 o'clock start times, by the way, nothing official. I'm seeing like 7:55 Sunday night. So make sure you clear your calendars around 8 o'clock. I'm going to need you here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're going to need you. On the Inter Miami Radio Network, we will be going live 30 minutes before the announced kickoff. So when they announce a kickoff time, we will be live 30 minutes beforehand. I will be there with the pregame show. Final score tonight, 3-1. Our Herons, as I've mentioned, advancing to the League's Cup final. It's now time to go through our highlights segment. Now, you just heard the nail in the coffin goal by Telasco Segovia, but let's rewind all the way back to the first half. This one was 0-0. 15th minute, Lionel Messi with a chance, just getting warmed up for the second half.
Messi has it, midfield circle, beautifully played to Suarez, left wing, Suarez up the left, got by the defender, but he could not catch up with his last touch. Gallisay had to slide into the middle of the box and take it off of the right foot of Luis Suarez, but Inter Miami almost hits on the counter.
So Lionel Messi, as I mentioned, getting warmed up in that first half, had a big chance on the counter. Now, Inter Miami knocking on the door for about the first 35 minutes. But believe it or not, Orlando City controlled the final 10 and ultimately got a goal. Marco Pasalic scored his third goal in 3 games against Inter Miami.
Orlando City, Muriel makes the turn, feeds it through. Maxi Falcone couldn't clear it, and it's a goal for Orlando City. Falcone's calling for a handball, but Atuesta planted it past Ustari from the top of the box.
And Marco Pasalic was the one on the scoring play. He scored the goal, and you heard Ken Levica there. A possible handball there on Orlando City. Referee decided it wasn't. Goal stands 1-0 at halftime. Inter Miami, not a lot of chances in that first half. No shots on target, couple of shots to think of. Orlando City technically winning that first half, obviously being up 1-0. No shots on target for the Herons. You had Rodrigo de Paul come close on a couple of finesses. You had Messi, you heard him come close on a chance. But the second half was a different story, and it happened, and all the magic, all of the Messi magic and Messi mania happened 75 and on. So the 75th minute, Bracalo, the defender, the left back for Orlando City, David Bracalo, the 26-year-old Slovenian, picked up a red card, and the referee pointed at the spot.
Alba near left touchline. His cross into the box. Allende, he got a head on it. It was saved, but then a point to the spot. Allende was being held the entire time. Foul in the box. Orlando City. Inter Miami is going to the spot for a potential game-leveling penalty. Allende still nearly scored despite being held.
Penalty called. Referee pointing to the spot. Who do you think was stepping up to take the penalty?
Messi from the spot, approaches, left foot, scored! Inside the right post. He shuffled his feet and he beat Gallisay with a well-struck left-footed penalty. We're level in the 76th minute. Messi converts an Inter Miami penalty. It's their 4th conversion of the League's Cup. Inter Miami won, Orlando City won. Game on in South Florida.
Who else but Lionel Messi stepping up to the spot, blasting the penalty behind the goalkeeper, 1-1 in the 76th minute. So Messi again, I mean, folks, who would you rather have in a big game, in a big spot to step up to a penalty kick? Lionel Messi, arguably the only man you want to go to in the history of the game. Now, Messi wasn't done there. Jordi Alba set up Messi beautifully. Messi got his brace in the 88th minute, made things 2-1. And I told you folks earlier in our first segment, the best part about this was Messi celebrating with his kids afterward. He's talked about it before, how he loves that his kids are old enough now to watch him play football. I really think Messi is happy as a clam down here in Miami, and these are the moments as Inter Miami fans we're going to remember.
Now Messi in the left box. Alba back to Messi. He scored from just outside the left 6-yard box. What a beat, Alba. Messi, 2 touches in the goal. It was perfection. Inter Miami on top in the 88th minute. Lionel Messi, absolute magic. Lionel Messi may have just put Inter Miami into the League's Cup final. It is a madhouse in South Florida.
So Messi putting our Herons up 2-1. And remember, Orlando City was playing with 10 men that whole time. David Bracalo, the Slovenian, sent off in the 75th minute after the Herons were awarded the spot kick, the penalty kick that Messi executed. So goal for Messi on the 76th on a pen, goal for Messi in the 88th. That is a brace in football. Let's fast forward. Extra time. 6 minutes announced by the referee, and Talasco Segovia put the nail in the coffin and said, we'll see you Sunday in the League's Cup final.
Segovia into the middle. On to Segovia. Goal! It's 3 for Inter Miami. Suarez the assist. Plays up. Plays through Segovia. 3-1. Inter Miami. We'll see you Sunday night for the League's Cup final. 3-second half goals, and Inter Miami is going to play for a trophy.
Final score, our Herons beating Orlando City 3-1. Inter Miami striking back. Revenge of the Herons. Inter Miami losers to Orlando City, the 2 fixtures they played in the MLS. I want to say Inter Miami gets the last laugh, but we could see this godforsaken team again coming up in the MLS playoffs. But revenge of the Herons strikes tonight. When we return, folks, we'll check in on that second League's Cup game that just got kicked off. The LA Galaxy and the Seattle Sounders playing for a spot in the League's Cup final to face off against our Lionel Messi-led Inter Miami Herons. More of your Inter Miami postgame show when we return on your Inter Miami radio network.
The season is kicking off. Keep your home in the win column with EDS air conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is trusted as the MVP, and it has been since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Putting the ball behind the keeper takes lots and lots and lots of tireless work that leads to something brilliant. It's the same with PNC Bank. They take a smart, practical approach with your money so you can score brilliant financial goals. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865 and proud banking sponsor of Inter Miami CF radio broadcasts. Visit pnc.com/brilliantly boring. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985 and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value, 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121, or visit tworld.com today.
Marlins fans, can't get enough of our City Connect jerseys? On Sunday, September 7th, the first 8,000 fans at the ballpark will score a limited edition City Connect Marlins soccer jersey, presented by UHealth, featuring the same iconic teal and pink colors. Celebrate South Florida and rep the retro wave while the Fish take on the Phillies. Plus, don't miss our fan favorite 4 for $44 deal, presented by Pepsi. Perfect for the whole family. Get your tickets today at marlins.com/tickets.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Messi from the spot, approaches, left foot, scored! Inside the right post, he shuffled his feet and he beat Galassi with a well-struck left-footed penalty. We're level in the 76th minute. Messi converts an Inter Miami penalty. It's their fourth conversion of the League's Cup. Inter Miami won, Orlando City won. Game on in South Florida.
Our Herons going to be competing for their second League's Cup trophy in 2 years. Inter Miami won this thing 2023 when Lionel Messi originally came to the team. First piece of silverware in the history of the club, so you know this is always a special one. But Lionel Messi leading the charge in the second half for our Herons. 3-1 winners over Orlando City. Revenge of the Herons. Now, I mentioned in the previous segment, I wanted to take a look at the game in action right now. This is the second semifinal of the night. It was a 10:45 kickoff. We're 12 minutes in. The Sounders getting in the back of the net in the 7th minute. De La Vega for the Seattle Sounders scoring the 7th minute goal. 1-0 Seattle as of now. So obviously we'll continue to watch this game tonight. This is our final segment of the postgame show, by the way. So for all of you that are listening, well, I'll be watching when I get home a little League's Cup after dark. I'm way too fired up to go to bed. Also, the 2-3 cups of coffee that I had during the game certainly are helping me stay up. But regardless, looking like as of now, a lot of game left to be played, folks. But the Sounders, the Herons will be playing the Sounders coming up on Sunday. I'm seeing on social probably a 7:55 start time on Sunday. It's looking like that third place game is going to be close to 5 o'clock on Sunday. But our Herons in the championship against the winner of the Sounders and Galaxy will probably be around 7:55, 8 o'clock-ish. So set your calendars for the Herons. 3-1 winners tonight, Inter Miami. Wanted to take a look at the next couple of fixtures for Inter Miami. Now, I already told you Sunday is going to be the championship game. And then the fixtures after that, at Charlotte, believe it or not, at home against Seattle. So Inter Miami, if Seattle wins, they could be playing Seattle 2 times in about 2 weeks. And home against DC United, away on the road in New York against NYCFC September 24th. The 27th, the Herons go to Toronto. And then the final game of September is going to be the Herons at Chicago. Inter Miami needs to make up 3 games. So the Herons are going to be playing on Wednesday until the end of September, really. They got to catch up on these fixtures. I want to make sure this is right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 games left in the month of September. And then they have 3 games in October. So that's 9 total. Inter Miami has 9 games left on the MLS schedule. Every other team really has 6. So Inter Miami has a chance to catch up on that Eastern Conference table. Right now, Inter Miami is 6th on the table. They've played 25 games, everyone ahead of them. Orlando City, Charlotte FC, Nashville SC, FC Cincinnati, and the Union. They're sitting there with 28 games played, and the top team is the Union with 54. Now, folks, I'm just a public school kid, but 3 times 3 is 9. Inter Miami has 46 points, and the last time I checked, 46 and 9 is 55. So that would give Inter Miami enough points to be the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference. Now, obviously, they got to win all the games, folks. I'm assuming Inter Miami wins every fixture. Hoping for the best. Inter Miami still can be the best team in the Eastern Conference and still compete for the Supporter Shield. But I think the focus right now, obviously, Leagues Cup and a trophy coming up hopefully on Sunday, and then the MLS playoffs, which are going to begin later on in the fall. Folks, your final score tonight, 3-1. Your Inter Miami Herons on their way to the Leagues Cup final on Sunday, and we will talk to you then. Like I said, I'm seeing an 8 o'clock-ish, 7:55-ish start, which means I'll most likely be on the pregame at 7:30. I'll talk to you guys at 7:30. Lionel Messi, the Messi magic, folks. How about that second half by the GOAT, Lionel Messi? 2 goals, a PK goal, and the 2-1 goal that really started the party down in South Florida. Once again, final score 3-1. We'll talk to you guys on Sunday with some silverware on the line. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network.
We now return to our regularly scheduled programming already in progress on ESPN 106.3.
It's college football.